call these plain clothes?
Ain't that the way they say it goes? Ain't that the way? You gotta make a bet when place a show where you can't play. Even when you know you're gonna lose, it ain't tax exempt, it ain't even dues. Ain't that the way? Even when you know you're gonna lose, it ain't tax exempt, it ain't even dues. Ain't that the way?
All units, vicinity of Pale Street and Mott, Canton Bank at 10:30. Repeating, all units, vicinity of Pale Street and Mott at 10:30.
Car 312 responding to last en route. Did you see the price on those oranges? 23 cents a pound.
Didn't I tell you to keep your eyes closed?
Knock it off! Hurry up! Let's go! Hey! There's something to think about!
Unit 312? Lady, you all right? Let me just check the kids, okay? Let me just take a look at them. It's all right. The ambulance is on its way. Don't worry about it. Let me just check out the kids, all right? You okay, baby? Huh? You were scared, huh? I was scared, too.
Vehicle
All right.
description, silver, gray, four-door, full-size sedan. License plate, New York, 32. Boston, David. Last two numbers missing.
How could you tell they were Chinese if they wore ski masks?
Couldn't you have told if they'd been black?
Me again. Why can't they leave me alone? Look, I just came in to make change. Honest. This is the second time I've been robbed. Don't ask me to describe anything except the gun.
What kind of gun was it?
Big.
Mrs. Lee, you were the only one they had any conversation with. Why?
Conversation?
You were the only one they talked to.
They saw me looking at them.
They. What do you mean, they?
He saw me.
And what did he say?
He told me to close my eyes.
They had masks on. What was he afraid you might see?
He wasn't afraid. I was afraid.
Of course you were.
I was afraid for my baby. Could I be excused?
Of course you can. We don't have any more questions, do we, Chris?
No. All she has to do is mention the baby and you turn into the Tower of Jell-O.
Just what is it you think that this frightened pregnant girl can tell us about these completely masked bad guys?
You're a snob. You think I can't understand how that girl feels just because I'm not a member of the great fraternity of motherhood?
I think you mean sorority, don't you?
Yeah.
Guess I do.
Hey, let me in on it, Joker. Don't tell me I wouldn't understand.
You'd understand, but you couldn't do it.
Couldn't do what? Huh? I could do anything.
It's hot in there.
You know, you shouldn't do that. That's very bad for you. Going from hot to cold like that makes you more susceptible to catching a cold.
Is that so?
I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll finish up here. We'll go back to that 23 cents a pound orange place. We'll get you more of those. Load you up with vitamin C.
Mr. Lewis? Hey, Mr. Lewis.
Can I help you, ladies?
Detectives Cagney Lacey.
Hey, I already talked to the man.
Good. Now you can talk to me.
I didn't see a thing.
But I saw you, Mr. Lewis. I was afraid we might shoot you. Don't make us sorry we didn't.
Well, what do you want to say that for?
Because you're not telling her the truth, Mr. Lewis.
The car used in the bank robbery was parked almost in your lap. I want a description of the driver.
If you're frightened, we can arrange protection for you.
I didn't see nothing, and that's all there's to it.
I'll try and make it, Thelma. Yeah. Yeah, but if I'm late, in this case, you can start without me. I promise. Around the Coleman Festival.
Yes, ma'am. I will give Sergeant Peakley the message. Thank you. Detective Lacey, 14th. Uh-huh. Oh, hi. Charlie, yeah. She's right here. Chris, it's your dad.
Yeah, hi, Pop. What are you doing? Gee, I'm kind of tired. Yeah, okay. I'll be there in 10 minutes. Hey, are you aware of what you're doing?
I'm aware. The thing is not timed to open for another 10 minutes, and I need a cigarette now.
If you can't quit cold turkey, you can at least use the timer box like you promised.
Does that bother you?
Come to O'Malley's, huh? Charlie asked me to join him for a drink.
A drink? Don't you mean a drunk?
Come on, he's lonely. Just wants to hoist a couple with his #1 son. Tell it like it was when he was a cop. There's no harm in that.
No harm in that, except when you get drunk with him. He gets to go and lay in bed the next morning. You get to come to work half dead.
Think he's taking advantage?
Chris, I love your dad. He's a real charmer. But what do you want to be his son for? What's the matter with being a daughter?
Oh, daughters are supposed to whip up daddy some homemade stew while sons get to belly up to the bar with him.
All right, okay, you got me. Go down there, drink them all under the table for all I care. But don't ask me to go. Gum. Gum!
So the judge turns to crying Kelso when he says, "Are you trying to show contempt for this court?" "No," says Kelso. "I'm trying to hide it."
Hiya, Charlie.
Hey, kid, how are you?
Thought you said you were alone.
I was until 5 minutes ago. Hey, Frank, move over. Let my daughter sit down, will you?
Frank, nice to see you again. Thanks.
Fellas, you know my daughter Christine, or officer daughter, as I call her sometimes?
Hey, Solly, what's everyone having? This round's up to me.
Oh, hold it. Your money's no good here, kid. Sally, give her a beer.
You got it.
Draft doctor. How you doing, Pop?
I don't suppose it ever occurred to you they had to wait until I retired before they tried to knock off a bank in Chinatown? Sally, how many things like that went down when this was my beat?
I can't remember any, Charlie.
Of course you can't remember any. You want to know why you can't remember any? Because it never happened. You want to know why it never happened? Because Charles Fitzgerald Cagney would roust them before they could spend a dime of the loot. I gotta go. I'll be right back. You wait right here, little Miss Detective. Oh, almost forgot. Here. Some of that peanut brittle from your ranch you like so much.
Peanut brittle. Haven't liked that stuff in years. What's this about bank robberies?
You can't figure it out?
No, I can't figure it out.
Your dad's gonna help you crack that Chinese bank robbery.
Charlie? He's retired.
Chris, for someone like your old man who's always been right in the thick of the action, retirement is a very boring way of dying.
He's close to 70.
Tell him that. You know, when I retired from the department after my accident, I thought I would go absolutely crazy until I found out that O'Malley wanted to sell this bar. I guess I called my son once a day. I mean, at least, while he was in Colombia. Just to hear him ask me for something. You know, when they forced me into retirement, you know what the first thing I did? Signed up for an answering service. Just so I could leave messages for myself.
Talking about yourself, Solly. Not my father.
Now, I hope you know this means this is ample provocation for changing my will.
Pop, isn't this your night to play gin?
Officer daughter, tomorrow I am going to teach you about real police work. You and I are going down to the Chinatown I know, and I'm going to help you solve that bank robbery. Eat your peanut brittle.
Harvey? Harv? Kids?
Come in, my dear. Champagne is cold, and my blood runs warm with anticipation.
Oh, Harv. You look just like George Hamilton. Where are the kids?
Across the hall with Mrs. Hamlish. And I'm appearing as America's most attractive, seductive male for one night only. May I pour?
Yes, you may pour. And may also tell me what's going on.
Paradise.
You got it. What's going on?
Well, the reason I can be Mr. Wonderful for tonight only is that tomorrow morning I have an appointment to build a skyscraper.
You're kidding.
There are two things I don't kid about, my job and my hot blood.
Oh, Harvey, that's wonderful. What about your inner ear imbalance?
I bet I'm talking about undreamed of erotic pleasures. You're talking about my inner ear.
You are absolutely right. First things first. I think I'll, slip into something a little more comfortable. Like nothing. Harvey!
Yeah.
I love you.
Now hurry.
The toast is burning.
They said you had a learning problem. Would you take it out, please?
Daddy never brings a toast.
Oh, I love wise guys in the morning. Thank you.
Give me my lunch. I'm gonna be late.
What, no breakfast? I got fresh juice this
Got no
morning.
time.
I didn't want my needed, Dad.
I'm walking you to the door.
A pleasure. Give us a kiss, huh?
I want to try your hat on.
After Daddy gets back from work. Hey.
Hey.
Have a terrific day and be careful, huh?
I only have to worry when I'm high on lust.
Harv, I'm serious. You haven't worked up high in over a year.
I'm not gonna. I got a ground job. Will you relax?
Okay.
Okay. Be happy.
Work hard, huh?
I will. Get out of here.
You finish your work and you're really behaving, and then they give you homework.
All right, fellas, that's it. You get your lunches. I'm driving you to school. We'll get breakfast somewhere. There you go.
I get the front. No, I get the front. It was your turn last time. So I'm your older brother. I should get the front.
You will sit where I tell you to sit. Because I'm an officer of the law. Go. Go. 7:30 in the morning.
Good afternoon. I was just about to call missing persons.
Listen, the way things are going, I'm lucky to be here at all. You know it's not easy being a housewife and a detective.
It's not a snap being a daughter and a detective either.
Oh, you got to tell me about that. However, hot news. Harvey Lacey is back into construction on the new satellite towers building starting today.
Oh, Mary Beth, that's great. You must be walking on air.
Oh, I hope not. He promised me it was a ground job. Look, what are you nodding at?
I've been thinking about what you said. It ain't easy being a housewife and a detective. It's the same for a bachelor.
What do we got? The ski masks photographed like $1 million. You can see little snowflakes and everything.
That's it?
So far, yeah.
So what about the car?
Car, there were 5 silver gray 4-door sedans stolen over the last couple of days. All makes, the plates don't come close.
Ours are the one with the bullet holes.
So what do you think, huh?
How many stores in Chinatown do you suppose sell ski masks?
That's very good, Mary Beth. Very good. We should check that out.
So how was O'Malley's? You don't look so bad.
I'm not. Talk over. Thank you. Pop just wanted to talk. But you'll never guess about what.
He's getting married again.
No.
He thinks you should get married.
No.
I give up.
He very graciously offered to help us crack this case.
Are you serious? Is he serious?
Hey, it's not that far off base. I mean, he did work Chinatown for years. It's only natural that he should want to...
Yeah. So how you feel about it?
I'm trying to put myself in his shoes.
I know, ever since you were 5 years old. What's that have to do with how you feel about it?
Where are we going?
A little pleasure spin.
In this traffic? Who you kidding? Sit tight.
Thought you might want to give a little team cheer to the old man on his first day back.
Yes. I don't see him. You see him? Oh, geez, Chris, I'm afraid to look up.
There he is.
Where?
Yellow hat. See him? You've been hanging around me too long. Feel better?
Yeah. I owe you one.
Hey, see something I like.
Control yourself. It's gotta work.
sir.
Take this unit off the clock. We're going out to Lincoln Hospital with the bus.
Hey! Look at that!
What?
That's Charlie.
Are you sure?
It's Pop. Charlie, what are you doing?
Get out of here. You want to blow my cover? I'm waiting for my snitch.
Pop, you can't just do this all by yourself.
Get lost, will you? Hey, you want a score? You go check out Benny Lewis's basement.
Benny Lewis?
Yeah, and that phony import store he uses as a front. Now get out of here. Can't you see I'm undercover?
Good morning, Mr. Cagney. They hold him on.
Hold on, Mr. Hayden. Hold on.
Beat it.
Benny Lewis's basement, like Charlie said.
One more trip to Lewis, he'll have us up for harassment.
No alarms, no nothing. Open the door, Mr. Lewis.
What are you talking about?
Hit the button, please.
Talk about the car.
Silver gray.
We know it was silver, sucker. What you want to give this turkey a pass for? Silver?
It was a Dodge, a four-door silver Dodge.
Said that, man. What year?
Full size. A four-door sedan.
Mr. Lewis, calm down. Calm down, concentrate on the driver. What did he look like?
He was Asian.
Asian. What, Chinese? Japanese? Korean? What?
Chinese.
How can you be sure?
Hey, I've been running now. I've been selling in Chinatown for 12 years. I ought to know.
Yeah, we know what you've been doing.
He had a scar.
Find him.
He also tells me I gotta have some yogurt. You ought to try it sometime. Oh, listen, this Lewis thing, it was good police work.
There's something you ought to know, Lieutenant.
Yeah, what's that?
We worked quid pro quo with Lewis.
What she means is we made a deal with him.
Kind of a deal.
We told him if he got his memory back, we would go temporarily blind.
I didn't hear it.
Did he just say good police work to us?
Must have hurt him.
Hey, Charlie, is that you under the hat?
Hey, hi, Lieutenant. How are you?
Hi, Charlie.
Hi.
Hey, that tip that you just gave us on Lewis really worked out. We got a description of the driver.
Oh, yeah? Didn't I always tell you to listen to your old man?
Any luck with your snitch?
Nah, he never showed up, but I know where to find him. That's why I came down here. Come on, let's go. Hi, Mary Beth.
I got a lot of paperwork. You got a partner? I'll catch you later. Go, go.
If your snitch didn't show before, why should you expect him now?
Hey, don't pull that mistake on Charles F. Cagney twice. Hey, there he is. Pull over. Hey, Monk. I am talking to you.
Maybe I ain't talking to you.
Don't let these bum threads fool you, Moke. It's Officer Cagney.
I'm still looking at a bum.
Oh, yeah? Look at me, you little weasel. Just because you haven't seen me around lately doesn't mean things have changed that much. I can still put you in traction. Now, I am looking for a 4-door silver sedan that was in that bank hold up in Chinatown. I want to know where it is, Moke.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I need that information, Moke.
It's parked on the corner of East 156th and Cortland.
Come on, get out of here. Beat it.
Kind of rough on him, weren't you, Charlie?
Oh, come on, listen, kid. I know today you tell them all about their underprivileged childhoods, but my way keeps them in line. Let's go.
Go on up 8th Avenue.
Attention, Manhattan South units. A 4-door silver Dodge used in a Canton Bank robbery dated 4/16. Found parked in a garage in an alley between Christie and Bayard. Manhattan South units copy.
Woo!
What are you doing?
Didn't you hear they located the getaway car?
It's a mistake.
Saying your snitch has better information?
Moke doesn't lie to me.
You had a chokehold on him, Charlie. Another minute he would have been ready for the paramedics. He would have said anything.
You're implying that I don't know what I'm doing. You're way out of line.
Look, Charlie, you were terrific in undercovering the Ben Lewis gambling den. That's how we got the lead on the driver of the car.
Glad you're smart enough to admit it.
Said you wanted to help, and you have.
Well, so now you're trying to get rid of me, huh? Think you can handle it yourself from here on in, huh?
Papa, just don't want you to get hurt, that's all.
Listen, kid. Any day I can't handle myself as well as any...
Yeah? Go ahead and say it, Charlie. As well as any broad, girl, how about lady?
Why don't you drop me over to O'Malley's?
You want to go to O'Malley's? Take a cab.
That's a very good idea. Now, why don't you pull over and let me out? Hey, taxi!
Oh, good. Come here. I want to show you something. Look at this. See? 6 for 8. Ladies, you bet is $7.50. That's better than Pete Rose. Way better. Not only that, one of you's got a home run. The bullet went through one of them and got embedded in the dashboard. What do you got?
Human blood, lots of it. You give me an hour, Lieutenant, I'll tell you more.
And what else?
There's no prints. Been wiped clean. You can take it away.
Well, you heard the man. You get this car over to the garage and put a hold on it. Girls, let's get some air. Didn't get very far from the bank because the guy that one of yous hit was the driver.
Which one of us?
You'll find out soon enough. Well, I'll tell you what. You take your revolvers over to ballistics and internal affairs. Before long, we'll find out which one of you gets the blue ribbon.
Great.
But keep busy, because somebody has got to have seen something besides Nicky Arnstein, the import man. Later.
You drive, huh?
Why? Because I feel so much better than you? Because I asked you, damn it.
Let's go around again with the bank teller. Maybe somewhere you overlooked.
If you want.
What do you think of Mei Ling's no-show today? She hasn't missed a day in 4 years.
She's pregnant, Chris.
I remember when you walked a beat on Staten Island, 6 months gone.
It'd be different now. But you don't have to come on like gangbusters, huh? Mrs. Lee, we understand you're not feeling very well. Should we come back later?
No, it's over. He's dead.
Dead?
My husband. He drove the getaway car in the bank robbery.
She hasn't told us anything.
She told us her husband just bought a ski mask and he doesn't ski.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's why she was staring at one of them, hoping that it wasn't him.
She worked in the bank. She could have told him everything about it.
How the hell could we prove that even if we wanted to? Look, she's 21. She's pregnant. Worst of all, she's a widow. Can't you just see the jury?
Well, since when did you become the district attorney?
When we get those punks and they involve her, Lieutenant, then you can call in the macho squad and kick in her door. Until then, leave her alone.
Please?
Lacey, you got a silver tongue. Here, take this to the lab. These came back from ballistics.
What'd the report say?
Well, it's filed now, so forget it.
Which gun, Lieutenant? I'd like to know.
What difference does it make who's responsible?
One of us killed a man, Lieutenant. Made his wife a widow. It's not the same as hitting the bullseye on the pistol range, and I'm not going to lie to you and say it's all in a day's work. I'd like to know which gun.
You got to know, too?
She's my partner. But I promise you, Lieutenant, no one's gonna fall apart like a couple of bridesmaids. Why'd I say that instead of choir boys?
It was Lacey's gun.
Thank you.
Well, let's get on with it.
There's one consolation. Mary Beth? Mei Ling doesn't know that it was one of us.
It wasn't one of us, Chris. It was me.
Then you're gonna have to live with it. They were trying to kill us. Remember?
Harvey. What's the matter? You all right?
Yeah, asked me to work up high this afternoon, 16 floors. Worked 90 before. Scared right away, but I figured to beat it, you know. Anyway, I got dizzy, nearly took a header.
Oh, my God.
Oh, whoa, nothing happened. I'm okay. I realized it was stupid and taking too big a chance, so...
So?
I quit. Or I was fired. I mean, who needs a hard hat who can't get his feet off the ground, huh?
Hob, I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too. Not gonna be easy, you know, and I can never do it again. I really loved it, you know.
I know that.
Oh, all right, well, hey, it's gonna be okay, huh? Hey, I don't want you to worry. Hey, thank God I got the super thing going for me.
That could be enough?
Yeah, you and the kids, anything's enough. Baking bread.
Yeah, I felt like it.
Wait a minute, you remember you're talking to her. You don't just feel like baking a loaf of bread. Last time you did, Michael had a fever of 105. They didn't know what was wrong with him. Time before that, your mother died.
Oh.
Hey, whoa.
Oh, hang on, huh? Just hang on.
Oh.
That feels good.
Okay.
That feels good.
Charlie.
Yeah?
Are you sure, Solly?
I'm telling you, all he had was a cup of tea, Chris.
Laced with what?
I swear, that was all there was. And then he took off, mumbling, retired at 65, dead at 70.
Thanks, Solly.
Oh, hi, Chris.
Hi. What happened?
Oh, I ran into a couple of punks in a dark alley, that's all. One of them hit me up the side of the head with his gun, the creep.
What were you doing in a dark alley?
Hey, since when do I have to explain my whereabouts to one of my children?
Don't start.
Well, don't you start.
Charlie. Pop. Look, I know you've been going through a rough time. And I also know that it's hard for you to accept me doing what I do.
What are you talking about? Are you crazy? I'm as proud as I can be of you. I tell everybody that.
Yeah? Well, why don't you ever tell me?
I'm a policeman, Chris. A good policeman.
But I always wanted to be a detective. It never happened. So if I've never told you how much I admire you for making it, I'm sorry.
I love you too, Pop.
Yeah, well, hey, watch out for my head, will you now? Come on, be careful.
Sorry.
Chris, just sit down. I gotta tell you something. Now, last night in the alley, one of those punks was wearing the same kind of a jacket that you found at Tommy Lee's apartment. And I heard one of them call the other Chang.
How'd you know about those jackets?
What is it, a state secret, as Becky told me down at O'Malley's?
Well, if it's dark in the alley, how can you make sure?
Would you stop questioning me?
Sorry.
It's one of the reasons you're a good cop, but it's annoying as hell in a daughter. Now, after they decked me, they thought I was still out cold. But I heard them talking. They were bragging about a job they pulled off in Passaic, a big robbery. They were going to celebrate tonight at the Eye of the Dragon. You know where it is? All right. Now, all you have to do is go wrap it up. Now, get out of here. Chang, Eye of the Dragon.
Passaic.
Passaic. Now, you be careful.
Yes, sir.
Chang!
That's the name Charlie gave me.
Have you got any idea how many Changs there are in Chinatown?
Not in rough figures, but how many of them are wearing black satin jackets with dragons on the back?
So he thinks he saw a dragon. Well, your father, and I love him, has also been known to see pink elephants.
If you don't believe his story, Lieutenant, check on the heist in Passaic.
I don't want to embarrass him.
Embarrass him.
LaGuardia, call Passaic. Hey, everybody. I'm going to sit out for a pizza.
You're not going to have time to open the box.
You want to bet?
What kind you getting?
Mary Beth, a little faith in my father, please.
Pepperonis, peppers, onions, double cheese. Is that okay with everybody?
I don't want no onions. Pepperoni. You know I'm a vegetarian. Well, what about mushrooms?
Because I'm not ordering a salad. I'm ordering a pizza.
Mushrooms are great on pizza, Lieutenant.
What's wrong with onions?
I got a heavy date tonight.
So don't kiss her.
Thank you, Sergeant. We owe you one. Talk to Passaic. It's just like Charlie said.
This is where the Eye of the Dragon is located, right here.
It's an interesting neighborhood.
So you know the kind of people that patronize this joint, don't you? B-girls and hoods. That's why the girls are getting dressed in those outfits. What's holding them up?
The undercover team's still working with them downstairs.
Yeah, women. If you don't stop primping, we could get on with this.
Don't comment.
Come on, no one's trying to put you down, and you know that. We got to do this fast and quiet. That's why you girls got to be the diversion. Remember, we don't want any citizens getting hurt, right? Let's go.
We don't get any pizza?
Oh, yeah, I bought pizza for everybody. Here, eat this on the way. Becky, LaGuardia, go on around to the rear of the club. Let me know the minute you're in position.
When are we going in?
Hey, look, this is not a Wild West show. You're not John Wayne. You don't do anything until I signal. Everybody got that?
Check.
I was just asking. All right, go. Petrie, I want you to go in first. Try and get near to them at the bar.
I've got the jackets spotted. 4 of them. 2 at a table, the other 2 in a booth. Miss Becky and LaGuardia are in position. If Cagney and Lacey can get the guys at the table, we can take the others easy.
Okay, ladies. Go on down to the entrance.
So, how do I look?
What is this, prom night?
Do I look sexy?
Irresistible.
going down.
Gotcha.
Okay. See you later.
No time like the present.
Hello, sweetcakes. Said hi.
Stop that.
Your friend isn't too polite, is he?
I think you girls got the wrong guys.
Oh, wouldn't you like to buy us a drink?
No.
Maybe we're too old for them.
Should have worn that red dress.
Hey, look, do you mind? I got this thing about being crowd.
Oh, you're so tough. I just can't stay away from you. Thought you might like to talk to us about banks, withdrawals, Passaic, that kind of thing. Don't move or I'll blow a hole in you.
Don't let the way I look fool you, kid.
Easy, now let's go. Let's go. Easy now, it's all over. Grab my purse, will you?
Thelma. Thelma, I know I told you we were raiding a Chinese joint, but it wasn't the time for me to pick up a takeout order of mushi pork.
Pop, I heard you. You've got a tip that will blow the lid of corruption off the borough of Queens. Pop, all I want is your love and your respect if it's coming to me. I love you too, Pop.
I should be out of here in 10 minutes, huh? Yeah, do we need anything at home? I'll bring it with me. Stay awake, huh?
You two go for some Chinese?
Oh, thank you, Lieutenant. I got a hot date.
Lieutenant, you're on. Szechuan or Cantonese?
Well, you know what they say about Chinese food? Let's try them both.
What's in here? Phosphoric acid, benzoate of soda, monosodium phosphate, and polyethylene glycol.
All that and only 1 calorie.
Keep on drinking this stuff. They can just skip the physical, give you an environmental impact study. Listen to the human chimney. It keeps me thin. Well, I'll tell you what we do. We do a diet book. The police person's diet. Every one of those books sells 1 million.
We want to see what cops do.
Oh, that's the idea.
149 East 23rd Street. All cars in the vicinity proceed immediately.
Car 312, repeat last. Please repeat last.
Girl on ledge, 14th floor, 23rd and Lexington, northeast corner. All cars in vicinity proceed immediately.
Car 312 responding to last. We're en route. kids, Wanda, when Michael was 3 in front of heading down to the 72nd Street subway station.
Officer, what happened?
I'm trying to talk her down. But I don't know if she doesn't understand English or what. But we're gonna have to make a grab for her.
Give me a minute. Keep her looking at you. You got a handkerchief or a scarf, anything like that? Good, good. Fold it in 4. Perfect, perfect. Give me a lipstick. Just put 2 eyes, a little mouth. Put a smile on it. Good, good. Hang on. Hey, take a good look at it. You ever see it before? What's the matter? You mad at me? Huh? You mad at me? You ever seen her before? She was wanting to come up here and you give her a hug. Isn't she a friend of yours?
You okay?
Yeah. You okay? Sure, she's all right. But you sure scared me. What's your name, baby?
Want to take a ride with us?
Yeah. Come on. Let's go. Had it.
Here.
You call these plain clothes?
Ain't that the way they say it goes? Ain't that the way? You gotta make a bet when plays a show where you can't play. Even when you know you're gonna lose, it ain't tax exempt, it ain't even dues. Ain't that the way? Even when you know you're gonna lose, it ain't tax exempt, it ain't even dues. Ain't that the way?
I'm getting plenty of roughage. No, get me the stuff without the raisins.
You can always tell a sandwich made for profit. They skim.
Unlike a sandwich made for love, which is plentiful in prime ingredients.
Petrie, you got any spare treats?
Homemade oatmeal cookies.
Perfect.
Hey, Petrie, look who's here.
I see him.
Hello, I'm Arthur Barrett. I'm representing Curtis Murdoch, whom you're holding here.
I'm Detective Cagney. This is Detective Lacey, Detective Petrie.
You must be the arresting officer in the Murdoch case.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. And this?
So far, she's exercised her right to remain silent.
Smart girl. Looks like she's been roughed up a little. Could be police brutality. Someone else may need a lawyer.
It'll never make the Supreme Court, Counselor.
We have some things we could talk about.
Well, what are we finding out here?
The kid likes cookies. Hey, Cookie, what's your name, huh? Why won't you tell us your name? I know you got a name. Everybody's got a name.
Move. The kids respond to me. Make it easy on yourself. Where's your mommy and daddy?
Must be your natural charm, Lieutenant.
I'll get social services up here. They'll take her.
Oh, Lieutenant, give us a little while, huh?
All right, okay. But just in case you fail to extract any information, I'll get a photographer up here. We'll get a picture in the papers.
I'll bet your name is,
Angela.
Angela.
I want you to lay off my client.
You don't.
Petrie, take it easy.
Easy. Did Murdoch take it easy on those people he mugged?
Don't let him get you. You got a case. Now forget that. I know that.
Make another friend?
I always seek to widen my circle of acquaintances.
Me too.
You ever stop being a cop long enough to accept an invitation to dinner? Huh?
Cops eat?
Tonight?
8.
Great.
We caught him red-handed, Lieutenant. He broke the old lady's jaw.
Hello. Oh, hi, Chris. What's up? Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to pick me up. I'll see you there. Oh, Chris, how'd it go last night? Okay. All right, tell me about it later.
Just got another new one, huh?
Oh, yeah. He flashed on her so fast. Even I was impressed. Bobby. You ever wish you was single again? You know what we need? We need a little excitement, like maybe take a vacation.
Wait, we can't afford one.
I don't mean now, I mean someday, you know. If we could, where would you go?
Heidelberg.
Heidelberg? Since when have you been hot to go to Heidelberg?
Saw a poster of it once in a bar. Just struck me as a place I'd like to see. It was real, you know, quaint. How about you?
I don't know. I was willing to settle for you and me on the Jersey Shore.
Hey.
My throat hurts worse. Can I get into bed with you?
Come on. Daddy'll take care of you. Come on. 'Cause I gotta get up. Javi.
Yeah.
What goes with a purse-snatching stakeout? Should I wear the tweed thing or my gray pantsuit?
Wear your bikini. Purse snatchers will be so busy looking at you they'll forget what they came for.
Love is blind. I hate these stakeouts. I'd rather be on the move. Well, they're not my favorite thing either. This college driving me crazy.
Anyway, back to Mr. Barrett. Mary Beth, he's terrific. Went to Amherst College.
Yeah?
Yeah. Would you look where that woman's putting her bag? No wonder the precinct's swamped with purse snatchers. These little old ladies are like sitting ducks. Oh, and his uncle was a Supreme Court justice.
The men aren't geniuses either, though, you know? They put their wallet in their back pocket. Some guy comes along with a razor. One little... Goodbye.
He's a terrific conversationalist, too. He reads books just like most guys read the sports page. And he didn't jump me.
Ah, real gentleman, huh?
Yeah. That's only temporary, I hope.
So, did the Prince of Preppies ask you out again?
In advance to a $200 a plate benefit for the American Civil Liberties Union. Sounds formal. What do you think I should wear?
You're asking me what you should wear to a function like that? I haven't been to anything fancy since Harvey's cousin got married. They were both virgins. That's how long ago it was.
How is old Harv, anyway?
Oh, he's all right. Michael's sick, though. He'll run through the whole family. It works like that. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
Has he still got the fever? All right, I can get all this stuff here at the hotel pharmacy. Yeah, give him a kiss for me. Harv, give him a hug. I don't want you to catch it, too. Bye-bye.
There's another pair of prime targets.
We made the papers.
anyone with information concerning this girl, blah, 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 please contact Detective Cagney or Lacey. There's the picture. Cute kid, huh?
Front page. I like that.
You lady too busy to pick up your message? Any luck on a stakeout?
No.
You stay on it. The commissioner's wife had a purse snatch yesterday. She lost $200 cash.
Where'd you get that kind of money?
Anybody who wants me, they're out of luck for 2 hours.
Hello, this is Detective Lacey returning your call. About the girl in the papers? Great. Your granddaughter? What's the address, please? 504 East 11th, apartment 42. And is there a telephone number? I see. When was the phone disconnected? Mrs. Collins, we'll let you know the minute we have Angela back with her parents. Okay? Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Angela. Angela, where have you been, huh?
Are you George Dawes?
Yes, ma'am.
We're Detectives Cagney Lacey, the 14th Precinct. Can we come in, sir?
Yes, please. Come on in. What happened? Where'd you find her?
On a 14th-story rooftop on Lexington Avenue.
You leave her with relatives for a couple of days. Next thing you know, you people find her like this. Honey, are you sure you're all right? Huh?
Where are these relatives now?
Well, they're just visiting. They're traveling in a big camper. They're my wife's people. Oh, excuse me. Would you ladies like to sit down?
Thank you.
Do you have any idea what kind of camper? Or the license plate? We'd like to find them.
You'd like to find them. I mean, how can they let a kid out of their sight like that? Excuse me. The camper had Georgia plates on it. Their name's Woods. They live in Atlanta. They're retired and they travel around a lot.
Mrs. Dawes, you have any idea of where your relatives are now?
No, we're gonna find them.
How many kids you got?
3. There's Angela and 2 boys there. A little bashful.
Mrs. Dawes, your mother tells me you had your phone disconnected?
No, we didn't disconnect it. I just told her that. We got a new unlisted number there. Honey, I hate saying this, but I'm gonna have to. Her mother's a real nice old lady, really, she is. But she treats Ruth like a damn kid. You know, even after we got married, she was telling Ruth how to run the house and how to bring up the kids. And I just got sick of it. She was interfering with our marriage. You know, well, she's getting old.
I'm glad everything turned out for the best.
Yes, thank you very much. Really, I appreciate it. Listen, I don't know how to thank you, really.
Mr. Dawes, if you hear anything from those relatives, give us a call.
Oh, you bet. Listen, thank you very much, both of you.
Pleasure.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Anything bother you about that family?
Like what?
I don't know. Feels funny, like that the brothers don't greet their sister. Seems like Dawes wouldn't let his wife answer for herself.
He's being overprotective. You heard what he said about his mother-in-law. Look, kid's back safe. Did an okay job.
Maybe.
This guy kidnapped me. She tried to skip out on the fare.
I just wanted to go up to my apartment. You don't expect me to carry my pocketbook in this?
You should have had your money before you got in the cab.
They were going to pay me cash for coming out of the cake, so I came out. But they expected more than an appearance. So I split. I got principles.
Yeah, and I got cake crumbs all over the back seat.
Okay. You want to get paid for coming out of the cake, right?
Yeah.
Take her back to the hall, go in with her, make sure she gets her dough, take what she owes you, then take the lady home.
Great. I like tall broads.
Her home.
Listen.
Yes, ma'am. We saw the 2 boys. They look just fine. Mrs. Collins, are you sure you're not talking about some other child? I believe you. Absolutely. I will, Mrs. Collins. Bye-bye. The grandmother says there were 4 kids in the Dawes family, not 3. There's another girl.
Morning. Hey.
Morning.
Hi.
Find those relations of my wife?
You didn't give us too much to go on.
Well, I told you all I know. They are family. Till now, I figured them to be trustworthy.
We did want to ask just a few more questions, Mr. Dawes.
Sure, go right on ahead.
How did Angela get those bruises on her arm?
No, I don't know. Kids fall. Ruth can't keep an eye on them all the time.
Also, where was your older daughter yesterday?
Older daughter? No, Angela's the only one.
We heard you had another child in your family.
Who told you that?
Your mother-in-law, Mrs. Collins?
She told that one again. Well, I guess that's her way of getting back at us, because, well, I told her she had to move out. You know, it was a rough decision, but, you know, I had to. She was driving my wife crazy. Did she tell you one about how Ruth would take it on one of the kids whenever she got uptight?
No.
Well, she'll get around to it. She's got a whole collection of them. You just give her a chance. Well, better get back to work. Anything else I can do for you ladies?
Not right now.
Oh, listen, I wanted to say, you know, a couple days ago, if someone would have asked me about cops, I'd have curled their ear, but, you know, you two gave me a whole new respect for them.
Thanks.
Oh, you bet. Take care now.
Maybe Dawes is telling the truth. Maybe Grandma doesn't have both oars in the water.
You don't believe in that 4th kid, do you?
Oh, come on, Mary Beth. We didn't become detectives to find a child that might not even exist. We already saved Angela. Let's pull out.
Hey! She's looking happy again.
And on the ground again.
How the boys?
Doing good in school.
Mrs. Dawes, where's Lynn?
What do you mean?
Well, we know there's another child in your family.
Mrs. Dawes, why don't you tell us what really happened?
We gave her up for adoption a couple of years ago. We didn't have any money, no room where we was living. They found a place where they could keep her.
Where?
It was through an agency. They gave us money.
What agency?
Don't remember the name.
Was it in this neighborhood?
You have the name written down? Maybe. Somewhere.
We'll be talking to you again, Mrs. Dawes.
Bye, Angie.
If you don't forget the name of the agency you turn your kid over to.
Ladies, somebody left this for you.
Okay, quit shoving. Thanks for getting Angie back to us. George and Ruth Dawes.
Child beaters always send chocolate-covered cherries. Did you miss that one in detective school?
No, you're wrong about that. Child beaters send flowers. It's husbands and rapists that send candy. It's peanut brittle. Take it home to the boys before it disappears.
No chance.
Let's give it to his Becky and watch his teeth rot.
What do you got on the missing Dawes kid?
Dawes and his wife tell different stories, but neither one of them explain the missing daughter or the bruises on Angela's arm.
Are you still on that one? Look, I belted my kid once or twice when he stepped out of line. Does that make me a creep? A father's got an obligation to discipline his kids.
There's a difference between discipline and physical abuse, sir.
Look, the department's got a psychiatrist, pay him a hell of a lot of money. Does profiles, predicts behavior. He's good. Won't ask you if you dreamed about telephone poles either. I'll set up a meeting for you. You know, this could use some more peanuts.
So, child abuse, common as it is, can be very hard to identify. Detective Lacey, do you have any children?
Two boys.
Do you ever discipline them physically?
Well, sometimes, sure, they get a little aggravating. I give them a swat.
What if by accident you happen to injure one of your boys?
I would never hurt
What does
any
this have
kid.
to do with the case we're on?
I'm merely trying to show that the range of child abuse is vast.
Dr. Norell, we were just
A
hoping-
scenario. The missing girl was physically abused by her father. Mother wanted to end the situation. The girl's put up for adoption. The father, understandably, wants to deny the girl ever existed. So, if the girl was not adopted, she could have been violently assaulted, perhaps fatally. It happens every day of the week, especially on Sundays.
Do most of those kids survive?
Most do. Some become violent themselves. Some become psychiatrists.
You?
This is not for effect. I was hit in the eye with a belt buckle at the age of 10. Let me add, consider that the father may be telling the truth. Check the facts. If there is a missing girl, eliminate the worst possibility first.
You mean there's no such thing as a Lynn Dawes? The mother is lying.
I'm suggesting that your sensitivity as women, to women, may be affecting your appraisal of the facts.
Sensitivity is women to women. Huh. Experts can be a real pain, you know? Every trial we're involved in, they've got experts, we've got experts. They're like hookers. You can buy one on every street corner.
How long do you think it'd take me to drive up and see the grandmother?
It's all through away. An hour and a half if you start after rush hour.
If I put it here, the sun shines on it all afternoon.
May I come over and look?
Sure. That's Lynn.
These are my kids. This is Harv Jr., and that's Michael.
Aren't they gorgeous?
Mrs. Collins, those relatives that your daughter entrusted Angela to, who are they?
What relatives?
Their name is Woods. They're from Atlanta.
Oh, my nephew Cork and some girl he roams around with. They move around like gypsies in that camper of his.
Would you call him a responsible person?
No telling what Cork could do.
Mrs. Collins, if I told you it was very important, would you mind if we borrowed that picture for a while?
The children are all right, aren't they?
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll leave you my kids for security. All right? Thank you very much, Mrs. Collins. We'll be talking to you soon.
Give Lynn a kiss for me, please. When you see her.
Yes, ma'am, I will.
So anyway, we get back to my place.
Yeah?
We're feeling kind of loose because we had this really nice wine and champagne.
Yeah? Geez, I love champagne.
Well, there we are, sitting on my couch. He's in his tux. Me, I'm in this gown. My clavicles are showing. We look just like a, couple right out of a perfume ad. And you know what he does?
What?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Check me out, huh? See any hickeys? Any beard burn? Nothing.
Maybe he's gay.
Not a chance.
Maybe you're not his type?
I don't know. We had this little argument about the criminal justice system. I think I kind of ruffled his feathers.
So, how did it end?
So I said to him, the trouble with you thoroughbreds is that you're too damn sensitive. We're not going to go to court on this. You're going to come over next week for dinner.
You're cooking him dinner? You must really want him bad.
8:30 Tuesday. You got a pot you can lend me?
Coroner told me you were interested in seeing the reconstructions of unidentified juveniles.
We've been through every record and photo in his department, but none of the IDs match up with the picture we have of Lynn Dawes.
Well, maybe we can help you. As he explained to you, one of our functions is to reconstruct features from decomposed skulls for purposes of identification. Now, we've narrowed it down to 4 in the time period and age range that you are investigating.
That's her. That's Lynn Dawes.
There's some resemblance.
Some?
Is this enough evidence to proceed with our investigation, Doctor?
Well, it provides another tool for identification. It's very difficult to reconstruct the face from a decomposed skull, but there are some rules that help you do the reconstruction. A face is 5 eyes wide. Outer corner of the eye is 1 eye width in from the side. Now, you stick these on the bone. Shorter ones up here on the forehead, and the longer ones here on the chin, and that gives you skin depth. See, then you cover with clay. Now, once the clay is on, then you have to work from memory. Like here. I noticed the nasal bone had been broken. So after I put on the basic skin, I added just that little touch of crookedness to the nose.
Can you tell what caused the break?
Well, there was evidence of violence all over the skeleton. You know, if you listen, those bones will talk to you.
You do a lot of this, working with kids?
Oh, yeah, a couple a month, yeah.
You got it down so exact. Does it ever get to you?
The day it stops getting to me is the day I quit.
X-rays, they match the pathologist's model that looks like Lynn Dawes.
Good. Come on.
And we got lucky. The 4th dentist we talked to in the neighborhood gave us a positive ID. It is the Dawes girl.
Yeah, just pull hard. Let me do it. Hey, cowboy, it's my drawer. So you're bringing in the parents now, right?
The mother claims the girl was adopted a couple of years ago.
So how you gonna handle it?
Like smart cops. You push in, then you pull out.
Geritol. Retired blood. What's going on, Lieutenant? You letting Thelma down?
This year, what do you say we go? Well, get going. And be careful, will you? I don't want to have any false arrest suits in here.
Yes, sir. We have some bad news for you. And we are truly sorry. The body of your daughter, Lynn, was found 7 months ago.
What daughter?
I told them about the adoption.
Sure. They're your own flesh and blood. You're supposed to look after them. You know, you try. Then the plant shuts down. So you start packing them up in the car and moving out. Looking for work wherever you can find it. Anything. Docks, hospital orderly, pumping gas. I mean, what are you supposed to do? Watch them starve? You know, Ruth, she wanted to keep Lynn. But, you know, I just couldn't stand that hurt. Look at her, I not being able to give her what she needed. Now, you find her. You find whoever adopted Lynn. I want you to get him. I want him to burn. Do you hear? Get him.
We understand.
When was the adoption? What's the name of the agency? To help us here. Tell us anything you can remember.
Please. Not now. I like to be alone with my wife. Not me.
You believe there was an adoption?
No. How are we going to prove it?
Break one of them down?
It's not going to be him.
If we leave that with you, can you make the model look exactly like the photograph?
Well, some things are kind of tough to do, like lips. But, yeah, no problem. Just give me a little time, huh?
We really appreciate this.
Sure.
What was that I had over at your house last week? It was terrific.
I don't believe this. You mean to tell me you haven't figured out what to feed Barrett yet?
No. What was it?
Meatloaf.
Give me the recipe.
Oh, Chris, you can't give a guy like Arthur Barrett meatloaf for dinner. You gotta give him something like, steak tartare.
So, give me the recipe for steak tartare. I'll cook that.
You got any plain soda? No, we'll be right here in an hour.
Excuse me. What is this drink? It's beautiful.
Ah, pina colada.
Ah, I must get one.
Good pay dirt. Cuff the blonde and blue. I'll get him. Terrible, isn't it?
What is it?
We found Coot.
Oh, really? This is an incredible disguise.
Damn it, Barrett, you sit there so cool and polite, making wisecrack remarks. Why don't you just come out and say it? The food stinks. I'm a bust as a cook. If that's what you want, it's not me. Do you want dessert?
Did you make it?
Yes.
Then I don't want it.
Some more wine?
Chris, what's wrong with you tonight?
Nothing.
Problem at work?
No.
Trouble with your partner?
Never.
Well, something is making you uncomfortable, and I don't know what it is. We've been out 3 times together. By now, we should be getting a little bit more familiar.
Here are your car keys.
Listen, Chris, I didn't mean to upset you. I didn't plan for this evening to go this way either.
Your car is parked in the 6 a.m. towaway zone. We don't want to wake up that early, do we? Chris, you're early. Mr. Barrett has a wife in Washington. One of these we don't live together but divorce is out of the question relationships. Please. I spent $34.95 on a cookbook, not to mention what that side of beef cost me.
Oh, Chris, I'm so sorry.
It's his loss.
What are you mad about?
I blew it, you know? I mean, I can usually smell a guy like that a mile away. Biorhythms must be off or something.
Christine, did you find out about the wife before or after?
None of your business.
What is it? This is the whip the Duke used in Red River.
The Duke used a whip?
Well, he had to. Hey, you remember the scene where this guy was raiding the chuck wagon? He was trying to steal some sugar, and all of a sudden he dropped all these pots, and there was a big stampede?
Yeah, that was a great scene.
Oh, yeah. Well, the Duke had to teach him a lesson, huh?
How do you know that that whip was the Duke's?
Oh, the guy who sold it to me was an extra on the movie.
No kidding. Wow. So how much you pay for that?
$40. Yeah, it took me 6 months to convince the guy to sell it.
Yeah, wow. You know that that's the oldest con in the world? And you fell for him?
Hey, Lieutenant. Guys in the John Wayne fan club don't lie.
What? Homicide? No, this is the OK Corral.
Hi, Petrie. Petrie, you mad at me?
I don't want to see you. Or your boyfriend, Barrett.
He's not my boyfriend.
Do you know what that tweed suit slumming Ivy League lawyer got done? He appealed the hearing, and Murdoch is out on bail.
Bill of Rights says that no one shall be denied bail.
When Thomas Jefferson wrote the Bill of Rights, he didn't figure on Curtis, Muggin, and the Park Murdoch.
A little respect for people's rights might have stopped quite a few lynchings, Petrie.
What the hell are you doing in the men's toilet anyway?
There's only one toilet on this floor.
Right now, it's the men's toilet.
Let's go.
Where?
I just talked to Ruth Dawes. We're gonna pick her up.
Oh, I'm not looking forward to this.
You said it. He's not gonna be the one to crack. How many months did you breastfeed him, Mrs. Dawes?
A week didn't go by that George didn't hurt me. One time he threw a carton of salt on the floor and made me lick it up. I was so sick. If he wasn't beating me or one of the kids he was yelling he was going to.
Why didn't you just go?
It wasn't always that way. When we was going together, before we got married, George was the sweetest man. If I ran out of my favorite cologne, he'd get it for me. He said he loved the way it smelled on me.
What happened to Lynn?
He didn't want her in the house. He said she caused trouble. One day he took her off and came back without her, said he'd found her a nice home. Sometimes I thought the worst, and then I'd see a picture of a pretty house, and I'd think, maybe Lynn was there with nice people. Maybe a garden. She loved flowers. At least I saved Angela.
We saved Angela. We took her off the roof of a 14-story building.
I don't know how she got there. That day George came home, And he made me dress Angel up. He didn't want any girls in the house. We drove around and around, and when we stopped at a liquor store, I opened up the car door, and I told Angela that her daddy was real angry and he was going to beat her like he'd done before. I told her to run. What else could I do?
You did good, Ruth. You did. You saved Angela. Now you've got to help us. Your husband is going to be charged with murder. You're going to have to tell a lot of people what you've just told us.
It's not right to speak against your man.
How can you say that? The man brutalized you. He murdered your kid.
We'll protect you, Ruth. Cooperate with us. George Dawes will never hurt you or your children again.
You have the right to remain silent. If you give up this right, anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You're entitled to an attorney at every stage of the proceedings. If you can't afford a lawyer, the court will appoint legal aid.
Tonight on ITV3, Richard Griffith stars in the last in the series of Pie in the Sky. That's at 8. Then Hacks at 9. And later, Tara Fitzgerald stars in the concluding part of The Woman in White at 10. But coming next, Sam materialises as a chimpanzee. Yeah, you did hear me right. In today's Quantum Leap.
Everywhere you look, it's half-naked women being used to sell everything but cars to cola. Sexual merchandising. Buy our product, and you might get the woman, too.
Do you like being raped today? It's just beaten up.
A man assaulted you, and another man photographed it. And other men and women are going to sit in a movie theater and watch that. Well, how do you feel about that?
I must be with you tonight.
Oh, Eve. Be the soul of discretion. Honest, not one word to Harvey Vane. My lips are sealed. Would you stop?
And I'm sick about this victimless crime thing. We got a lot of victims here, Christine.
You know, I don't mind getting up at the crack of dawn for an early morning court appearance. That is true. But I'll tell you, when the judge continues it because the lawyer doesn't have his act together, that ticks me off.
You ought to be used to it by now,
I never
Christine.
get used to it. A man robs a drugstore in broad daylight. There are 6 eyewitnesses who give positive IDs. The lawyer says he needs more time to get his case together. What case? He doesn't even have a case.
Well, lock him up. Don't worry.
I'd like to lock the lawyer up with him. Did you see the way he played the judge?
I don't think Judge Burns noticed. He was napping.
What? Dear. This Becky didn't fill this gas tank. I'm gonna have him killed.
But the gas is half full.
Great. Come on, Ollie. Hey, go around us. What do you think?
Could be the fuel pump, could be the carburetor, could be the manifold. You know what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Sorta. I'm calling the police garage.
That's great, Mary Beth. Some big grease monkey's gonna ride up here like John Wayne and say, well, what seems to be the problem, little ladies?
Can you fix the car, Christine?
Well, well, well. 2 of New York's finest little ladies in distress.
Everything is going to work out fine.
In broad daylight on 48th Street, he pulls out a rifle and starts shooting.
We are doing the best we can.
Tessie has stopped eating. She will not go out for her walk. Oh, poor little thing.
Yeah, poor Tessie. But Tessie, what we're going to... Hey, I'm just making nice with you. We're trying to do everything we can. I'm sorry. I didn't mean...
The squad room, Monsieur Benoit. Our detectives operate out of here. How you doing, LaGuardia? Fine. That's my boy. We have an excellent pension program for our older police officers.
Okay, please, I gotta have every can work. I'm gonna take care of everything for it. I'm a dog lover too, so you'll see everything is gonna work out fine. You just gotta be a little time to get some. I'm gonna put my best to it. I'll be with you in a minute, Daniel. Just a minute. You'll see. I promise you, my best two detectives are working.
Community relations is an important part of our work.
So, what can I do for you?
Let me introduce Monsieur Yves Benoit from the Public Relations Office of the Paris Police Department. Monsieur Benoit, Lieutenant Bert Samuels, 14th Precinct.
How you doing?
I'm very pleased to meet you, Lieutenant.
Monsieur Benoit is here to observe police procedure in New York. It's part of a little program of international cooperation between Paris and Washington. Uh-huh. And he asked to observe a typical precinct. I thought, what better place than the one for it? Uh-huh. I know you'll take good care of him, Bert. Show him how a top-notch team of police officers operates.
Daniels, I am swamped with cases. I got no time for this.
That's terrific. It's terrific. He'll be right in the middle of things, front row seat. Monsieur Benoit, I'm going to leave you in Lieutenant Samuel's capable hands. If there's anything he can do for you, you just let him know. Au revoir, monsieur.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bert.
Well, would you like a cup of coffee?
It's very kind of you, Lieutenant.
Yeah, well, there's some over there. You help yourself. Go ahead.
Okay, and what's the problem?
We could be here for days.
Relax. They said they were sending somebody right away.
Don't count on it. This is the police department. I don't want to hear one word about women and cars.
Now, why should he make a crack?
You know these department mechanics. They're all clowns. I took my sports car in to have it fixed by him. One of them suggested I turn it in for a station wagon with automatic transmission. You hear that? Small caliber pistol.
I'm a police officer. What happened? In here. All right, get inside your apartment, sir. Stay out in the hallway. Police, open up! Police!
Back up. No, let's go and move your gunshots.
Whoever police officers back away from the door, sir, put your hands in the air. Nice and slow. Good, everybody. Good.
We heard gunshots from this apartment.
Hey, we're making a movie here.
Anybody fire this gun?
No, it's just a prop. It just makes noise, no bullets.
All right, everybody put their hands down. You have a filming permit from the city of New York.
Well, it's not for commercial distribution. It's just a student film.
Yeah, I have a pretty good idea what type of film it is. It's not very educational, and it also happens to be illegal even with a permit.
All right, we're gonna walk out of here and pretend we didn't see any of this. Next time we run you in. Does everybody understand that?
Hey! Do you have anything better to do than hassle artists?
You want me to seize the film right now? We'll see how artistic it is.
I thought only men cops got a kick out of harassments like this.
Look, we can book everybody in the room.
No,
We have
she's
no
gonna
problem
shut up,
with
officer.
it.
Thank you, officers.
Okay, what was that? We should have made the collar.
For what? We book them. They get out on their own recognizance. It takes 2 years for this stuff to go to trial, and they skate out on the First Amendment. Artistic freedom.
It's not artistic, it's pornographic.
Mary Beth, I'm telling you, porno colors are a big waste of time. Well, look who finally got here. You ready for this? Excuse me? We're the officers that made the call. Figures. Pornography is against the law. Mary Beth, the Supreme Court can't even agree on a definition of pornography, much less a municipal judge. In this city alone, 17,000 hookers were arrested. Now, you guess how many of them they convicted? 12. That's right. So there you are. It's a lousy collar. It's low priority. It's a victimless crime.
Victimless crime, sure. They should enforce the law or repeal it.
Hey, you got my vote. Right now, we got supermarket robberies to deal with.
It's not that important. How can you be so sensitive to children and not care about animals?
I just don't like dogs.
Marcus, dogs are people, too.
They're not people, Victor. They're dogs. Otherwise, they'd be called people.
We got a guy out there taking pot shots at him. I mean, we've got to put him away.
He's using a BB gun. None of the dogs has been injured.
Now, excuse me, why is this man shooting at dogs?
They're not using pooper scoopers, Monsieur Benoit.
Pooper scoopers?
It's kind of a portable waste disposal system. Nothing like American technology, huh? You see, we got a guy out there who's down a court. So I'm running a check on all the known psycho collars in the last 3 years.
Psycho collar?
Yeah, fruitcakes with records.
Oh, interesting. Can you tell me the name of that attractive brunette-haired woman over there?
You mean the blonde, don't you?
No, the other one.
She's married. She don't even fool around.
She's Detective Mary Beth Lacey, Monsieur Benoit.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I hope I'm not disturbing you, Detective Lacey. My name is Yves Benoit.
How do you do, Mr. Benoit? What can I do for you?
I'm here from the Paris Police Department to observe the precinct for a few days.
Really? Well, welcome. Meet my partner, Christine Cagney.
You do, Mrs. Cagney?
Hi. It's Miss Cagney. Or sometimes we say Ms.
Detective would do.
Please excuse me. So, are there many women detectives on the force?
Oh, well, not as many as I'd like to see, but it got better the last 4 or 5 years.
Perhaps you would like to have a drink after work.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Benoit, but my husband, Harvey, will be waiting dinner at home.
Of course. Perhaps some other time?
You never know.
Excuse me.
What do you think?
Ooh, about what?
About Benoit. He's cute, isn't he? Nice teeth, and I didn't see a ring on his finger.
Well, I don't know how to advise you, Mary Beth. I mean, if you're having trouble with Harv.
Me? I'm talking about you here, Christine. I made it very plain to him I'm married.
That has never stopped a Frenchman.
He was just being polite.
Soul of discretion. Honest. Not one word, Harvey. My lips are
Christine,
sealed.
stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Hey, Lacey! Where are those DD5s on the supermarket holdup?
Well, the car broke down this morning on the way back from court. We haven't
And
had
while we were waiting for the tow truck, sir, there was this pornography business.
What pornography business?
There were some shots fired.
They were
from
not
an apartment.
shots. They were blanks. They were just using them for filming.
Well, so was anybody injured?
No.
But we thought, sir, that since there appeared to be an illegal movie being made.
Oh, I get it. Cagney figures she's going to score some points on Vice. Is that
That's
it?
not true. I'm the one that said we turn our backs and we walk out, which is exactly what we did. I said next time we run them in.
Well, that's very good for you. But I want to see those reports on my desk. I need them 2 hours ago.
Yes, sir.
I mean, they don't have men with mustaches who keep their socks on anymore.
I know that, Christine. Harv and I went to one of those X-rated movies once. We left after about 10 minutes.
Now, how did I guess that?
Oh, don't tell me. You like them.
No, actually, they're very repetitious, but some of them are okay.
Okay. How can you call garbage like that okay?
It is not rape. It is not murder. And if people want to watch it, they have a right to. This is America.
Yeah, well, I don't like it.
So what, we ban it because Mary Beth Lacey doesn't like it?
I don't understand how other people like it either.
Why not? Because it doesn't happen in a bedroom in Queens under the sanctity of holy matrimony.
Wait a minute.
Well, who appointed you God? I mean, what made you the arbiter of everybody else's morals?
That's not what I meant, Christine.
Well, you could have fooled me.
It is not a victimless crime. That's all I'm trying to say. It degrades women. It degrades everybody.
So don't look at them.
I can't avoid it. It's everywhere you look. It's on billboards and TV ads. Half-naked women being used to sell everything from cars to cola. Sexual merchandising. Buy our product, and you might get the woman, too. It stinks, and I don't like it, and you shouldn't like it either.
You finished?
Yeah, for the moment.
Good. I'm going home. Good night.
Dog was with you in your cab?
Well, yeah, we ride together, a little extra protection. So I stopped to let Albert do his business, and the next thing I know, he's sparking bloody murder.
Well, did you see who shot at him?
I didn't even look. I thought Albert was dead.
Well, all right, Mr. Gurwitz. We'll canvass the area for witnesses.
59th Street, Lexington. You got 200 people you can talk to.
Close your eyes.
Voila.
There, say. That's a croissant. That's nice.
They're much better, of course, in Paris.
You know the same is true with bagels? No, I mean that they don't taste the same outside of the city of New York. It's the water.
Have you ever been to Paris?
Me? No. Harv and I, we've been to Florida, Atlantic City, the Jersey Shore. That's about it.
Tell me, where do you get your hair, how do you say, designed?
Done. We say done. Little place on Casino Boulevard.
It's very alluring.
Hi. Mr. Benoit just brought me a croissant.
Wasn't that nice? Good morning, Mr. Benoit.
Good morning, Detective.
Oh, that's okay. I'll get it. Detective Lacey, 14th. Who? What, sir? Slow. Just talk slower, sir. Yeah. Talk slower, sir. What? Well, did you look closely? Okay, all right. Just sit tight. Don't touch anything. We're on our way. Yeah. Remember that apartment we were at yesterday?
732 Clinton.
Yeah. Tenant called. There's a naked man in the doorway of apartment 102.
What's he doing?
Nothing. Just laying there, face down, not moving.
Fascinating.
All right, moving along here. Back up, Marshal. Good area.
Detectives Cagney Lacey. Anything?
Nothing on the surface.
No bullet holes, knife wounds, or bruises.
Identifying marks.
Well, the best I can do for you is an abdominal scar, right side.
Give us a call after you work them up, will you?
You got it.
They even took the sheets. Won't take them long to desperate prints in here.
We should have made the call, Christine. We could have prevented this.
Maybe. He could have died of natural causes.
Well, come on, he was naked.
So?
So they were making pornographic movies here. Yesterday, remember? People and movie cameras and lights. What happened to everybody? Where'd they all go? How come nobody bothered to call an ambulance?
I think the answer to that's pretty obvious, Mary Beth.
I don't think it's so obvious.
Come on, we'll talk to the super.
It's like nothing ever happened. Like we imagined the whole thing.
So what'd the landlord say?
Said he paid for the rent with cash a month in advance.
You get a name?
J.D. Salinger.
Did you run it?
It's a phony, sir. Salinger was a writer who was very hot in the 50s.
Yeah? Oh, yeah, yeah. Bart! Yeah, hello, Bert. Cagney and,
Lacey.
Lacey, right. How we doing with our observer?
Got him observing, this Detective Isbecki on a dog case.
Oh, that's good, good. Bread and butter police work, yeah. You know, speaking of bread and butter, why don't we have our two ladies take them out to lunch? You know, I mean, someplace typically New York. We'll pick up the tab.
Well, we're kind of busy at the moment, Mr. Daniels.
Come, I'm sure it can wait an hour, Lacey.
I'm Cagney.
Cagney, right. Look, I want this guy to go back to Paris with a really good picture of how this department operates, you know?
Going to lunch isn't precisely police work, Mr. Daniels.
It is in Paris. Believe me, those people know how to live. You know, when I was over there in '81 with the chief, I put on 5 pounds. They have got pastries there that are lethal.
Daniels, could we talk?
Yeah, sure, Bert.
please.
Keep up the good work,
Sorry,
Carlos.
not just. We are up to our ears.
How do you like that? You get ordered to lunch. So why don't you go?
I don't want to go. I feel guilty going out with the guy.
Come on, what is wrong with having lunch with the guy?
I was about to say I feel guilty going out with the guy when we have this John Doe thing to follow up.
I'll handle John Doe.
You're the one that talks French.
You're the one who thinks he's cute. He seems to be very taken with you.
Heads you go, tails I go.
You go.
2 out of 3.
You are a police officer. If he gets out of line, you cuff him, read him his rights. If he offers you a cognac in his hotel room, play it by ear.
Uh-huh. You want some onions? You like onions?
No, I like it.
Oh, good for you. Here.
Onions, I know.
And, is that enough? Good. Thank you.
You come here often?
Only when I can get table. So, Mr. Benoit, how you like New York so far?
Call me Yves. And what is your pre-name?
Mary Elizabeth.
Very pretty name. Almost as pretty as you.
You have a family in France?
I have 2 daughters and a wife. Would you like to see a photo?
Oh, no. Here, let me take this here.
Oh, thank you. Voila.
Are those your daughters?
Catherine and Agnes.
Oh, they're adorable.
My wife's name Marie-Louise.
She's very lovely.
Thank you. We have, what do you say, an understanding. You see, thank you. She has a lover in New Eve. She sees every Tuesday evening.
How interesting.
You and Henry,
Harvey.
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 Do you, perhaps, you have an understanding too?
Hot bowls Tuesday nights.
Oh, fascinating.
Heart attack? Are you going to write it up as natural causes?
Very fun.
Oh, I see.
I gotta get to work.
Okay, look, we'll get back to you if we get a make on him. Yeah. Thank you. Hello. Hiya. That was the medical examiner's office. The boy died of a heart attack precipitated by an overdose of amyl nitrate.
Did he have a heart condition, or was he just doing poppers?
There was no previous heart condition according to his report.
Okay, that's something. We got something. Let's talk to somebody in Vice.
We got nothing.
A man makes an illegal movie. He ODs on a drug that's supposed to be prescribed to heart patients and winds up dead. He's left all alone in an apartment and nobody lifts a finger to help him, Christine. There's a crime here somewhere.
Not according to the statute book.
All right, we got a dead John Doe, huh?
Wait a minute. What if somebody forced him to take the poppers? Then we got murder.
Okay, but we still have to talk to the people that were making that movie.
Okay, so we go talk to Vice.
That's what I said.
Come on.
Isn't that what I just said?
No, what we've got here is a $5 billion a year underground industry. You got cash transactions, no records, dummy corporations, tax shelters, things of that type.
Who makes these films, Sergeant?
Most of it's mob financed, but not all. I've traced some of it to straight investors who don't care where the money comes from.
We're trying to ID a John Doe who was acting in one of the films.
Not easy. Most of these people don't use their real names. Some of these characters have got a dozen aliases.
The man overdosed on amyl nitrate.
Could someone have forced him to take the popper?
Hard to prove.
Yeah, but I mean, it happens, doesn't it?
It happens. Some of these directors will do anything to get a film shot.
Can you help us, Sergeant?
Maybe. I'll run some of the films for you. A lot of these actors work over and over again. If you see see somebody recognized, we'll match him to the film. We got files on most of the distributors. Excuse me.
Well, we appreciate your help, sir.
I gotta warn you, though, there's not a hell of a lot of close-ups on their faces.
Thank you.
Pretty monotonous, isn't it?
Who's the guy?
His name on the credits is Randy Studd. He also works under the name of Johnny Hunk. His real name is Stanley Perlmutter. We collared him twice. He walked both times, First Amendment.
What do you think, Chris?
It isn't him.
Look at him. He's so indifferent. It's like it was another day at the office or something.
To him it is. $100 a day, maybe a little coke on the side.
I'll go outside for a minute, okay? How you doing? Can you freeze that? Hey, you want to come and take a look? I think I found the woman.
And how much money have they in all that's 12 cents? Discover a way they can get 6 pennies from the 12 cents.
Who is it?
Linda Mack?
Yeah?
Police. You might remember us from yesterday. 732 Clinton.
What is it?
We want to talk to you, Mrs. Mack.
Look, that's my daughter over there.
Would you be more comfortable talking back at the station?
All right. Come in.
Hiya.
Excuse me. Jesse, why don't you go in my room and watch TV? Come on, it's okay. Sit down.
Thank you. Fractions, huh? I got a kid in the 4th grade, too.
What is this?
Mrs. Mack, one of the men that you were with in that apartment yesterday, he turned up dead this morning.
He OD'd on poppers. Died of a heart attack.
Nobody called an ambulance or a doctor. He was found laying in the doorway.
Anybody force him to take those poppers?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
How come?
Because I finished my work on that film yesterday.
So what did they do today?
I don't know. I was in rehearsal all day for another film. They probably got somebody else to work with him.
Do you know who he was?
Bill something. I don't think that was his real name. I never worked with him before.
What about the director? Do you remember his name?
Jam Jack. I don't know. I met him at a party a couple of weeks ago. Look, what do you want from me?
We want to find out the circumstances of the man's death.
Well, I wasn't there. So I don't know, okay?
Chase for fuck, will you? So you got the name of the porno distributor. So you go after him. Then what do you get, huh? At the very best, a very shaky criminal negligence homicide. If you can prove foreknowledge on his part. Remember, the guy wasn't on the premises when it happened.
I would still like to serve him, sir.
Okay, so you serve him. Then what, huh? 2 years from now, you get to go to court. Half the witnesses are out of state. And you got some little assistant DA at 25 grand a year arguing liability against an entire hutsy-tutsy law firm that this guy's probably got on retainer. Then what?
Then we will have done our job, sir.
Hey, what's the matter with this machine? Thanks, Josie. Lacey, why don't you help out his Becky and Petrie on the dog case?
Oh, that's their collar, sir.
That's very funny. Their collar. Funny.
Unintentional, sir. Very big.
I think our John Doe just got a name.
Yeah?
Missing person sent him over.
What, the parents?
Mr. and Mrs. Harris. Their son Norman has not called them in a week.
Description match.
Right down to the appendectomy scar.
Oh, Lord. How old was he?
19. Honor student at Brooklyn College, captain of the swim team. And his parents say that he did a little acting when he had some time.
Magnolia Phyta Rosalis. Excellent specimen.
Gorgeous.
And therapeutic. Pliny the Elder lists 32 remedies for common illnesses made from rose petals.
Who gave it to her?
Harvey.
Chateau Pyrigode 66?
It's hardly Harvey's style.
Morning.
Morning.
Hiya.
Hi. Look what someone left on your desk.
Probably one of your many admirers got the wrong desk.
It's got a note.
It's in French.
Want me to translate it?
No. No, thanks.
Lacey, want to serve the porno distributor?
Yes, sir.
There it is.
Thank you, sir.
So, do it.
Thank you, sir.
That's good. Let's go.
Come on, let's go. Yeah.
Another witness to interview us, Becky?
You know I love you, little red leash. You look good in red. Sit. I'll write it up, all right? Good. Muffin. M-U-F-F...
Victor, what are you doing?
Victim profile report. I-N.
Where's the owner?
She's out parking a car.
Victor, you losing it?
Okay, Muffin. What went down out there?
What is this garbage?
It's a judgment against you, Mr. Belden. Reckless endangerment and negligence.
You gotta be kidding.
A young man died making one of your films, Mr. Belden.
And you want to go against me on that?
Yes, sir.
Lots of luck.
As the distributor, you can be held liable for criminal negligence homicide.
Sure. Listen, you want to serve me for conspiracy to distribute obscene material, you at least got a court date. See this? 24 obscenity judgments. Every one of it's going to be thrown out. But this baby, this isn't even going to trial.
We'll let the district attorney's office decide that.
Oh, they're going to love this one. criminal negligence, homicide. What are you?
Who supplies you with the films, Mr. Belden?
I don't have to answer that question.
We can subpoena that information.
You want subpoenas? I got a drawer full of them, too.
Do you want us to have organized crime look into this?
Oh, come on. Does this look like a mob operation? They take better care of their people. Listen, ladies, I'm gonna do you a big favor. I'm gonna save you a lot of time. Mermaid Productions is legit. 100%. You want to subpoena my folks? Be my guest. They're clean enough to eat off of.
We want to locate the people that were making a film for you yesterday at 732 Clinton.
Why, you want to go watch a little, maybe?
You pay these people, don't you?
I paid them very well.
Okay, so you have records, employee forms, W-4s.
You want W-4s? Yesterday was paid day. Here. I got a drawer full of them, too. IRS had me down for a tax audit and came through with flying colors. My tax returns are clean enough to eat off of.
Congratulations.
Want to check my restrooms?
I'm sure they're very clean, Mr. Belden.
Vincent Maslovsky, 789 West 43rd. He's a director?
He likes to call himself a director. Between you and me, he's a flake.
Who's this guy?
Carpenter.
Oh, what's he do?
Electrician.
This guy here?
Calls himself an actor.
This one here?
Calls himself a grip.
Yeah, and?
That's the grip's friend.
The grip's friend, who's that?
It's a cousin of the grip, the first grip.
You got two grips on this? Mary Beth. You got actors
We
here?
got more actors. At the bottom, you got actors. You got actors, you got actresses, you got all kinds of people.
At the bottom, you got actors. Okay, all right.
Well, it happened so suddenly. We're right in the middle of the scene, and this guy, he starts gasping for breath. All of a sudden, he just keels over. I mean, just like that. We thought he was kidding.
Why didn't you get a doctor? Call an ambulance.
He was dead.
Mr. Maslovsky, if he was dead, how the hell did he drag himself halfway out a door?
Look, I don't know. We panicked. Nobody said a word. We just folded up our tents and we split.
And left him there to die.
No, I told you. I thought he was already dead.
Whose idea was it for him to take the poppers?
Not me.
No, not to make you film a little better?
Look, I don't do drugs.
I didn't ask if you did drugs. I asked if someone forced him to do it.
Look, I didn't tell him to take the Amy's, and I'm not responsible.
Who is?
I'm only a filmmaker here. I just stand behind the camera, say action, and cut. Lady, I don't participate in it. All I do is film it.
Oh, I get it. He don't participate. He just photographs it.
Look, I'm an artist. I don't make value judgments.
You made a value judgment, Miss Maslovsky. You decided Norman Harris was dead. You left him on the floor. That's a value judgment.
Why don't you give me a break, huh? Why don't you both give me a break? Because I really don't even need this type of hassle now. I mean, if you knew how difficult it was to get to try to shoot a film, I am talking about any film.
Who else was there?
My electrician, I had my sound man, I had two grips, and I had the co-star.
Fine, I'd like their names and their addresses.
But I don't have them because nobody uses their real names.
This film you're editing, is this from Tuesday?
Yeah. Listen, would you like to see a little bit? There's a fabulous close-up here. Ooh. Listen, what I did was, I backlit her face, see? To bring out the cheekbones. Now.
We've seen enough, thank you.
Wait, we haven't seen the camera move yet. All right, now.
Yesterday?
Yeah. I come in real tight, my whole frame. Now.
She was there Tuesday. Let's go talk to her tomorrow. Mary Beth, we served Belden with a judgment. We know what happened. The kid was not forced to take the poppers. It's over.
It's not over. I want to know how come she lied to us.
Because she's like a lot of people we have to deal with in this business. She just didn't want to get involved. Listen, will you do me a favor and take the car back to the precinct? Sign me out, huh? Maybe I can still salvage my dinner there.
Yeah, okay, but I'm going to see Linda Mack in the morning.
What is it with you? Is it some personal vendetta? Hey, taxi!
Hey, who's the one that's always saying, make the collar, make the collar?
We made the damn collar, Mary Beth. We served the papers. We can't be responsible for the morality of everybody in this city.
I'm not a
taxi!
I'm not a prude, Christine. You know that? I think sex is beautiful and important, and I want it to be beautiful, and I package it sold like some sack of potatoes. And I'm sick of this victimless crime thing. We got a lot of victims here, Christine. I mean, maybe Norman Harris is the only one that died, but Linda Mack has got a little child, doesn't know what a mother does for a living. That's a victim, Chris. And Victor Isbecki's off duty. Victor Isbecki's a victim if he thinks that all a woman wants is something in tight pants. Every poor slob that plunks down his $5 and thinks what he sees on a porno screen is what a woman wants in bed that's a victim. You're you're a victim. We got a lot of victims, okay? I got a crazy idea. I want to keep going on the thing until somebody can look me in the face and tell me how come nobody called the paramedics when the kid is lying on the floor dying of a heart attack. So you with me here? Yeah. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. Have a good time, huh? I'll see you tomorrow.
Oui, chérie, j'étais très occupé. Figure-toi, je n'ai pas un moment libre depuis mon arrivée. Ah, mais non. Je t'assure, mon chou, je ne pense que à toi. Well, no.
Hiya. I know, Harvey. I know. I got hung up on this porno thing. Yeah. I already signed out, okay? Yeah, keep the lasagna warm. Okay, love you.
Bonsoir.
Oh, hi.
Is Harry bowling tonight?
Harvey. No, he's home. He's keeping my lasagna warm.
For the coincidence, I was just speaking to my wife in Paris.
Oh, must be kind of late in Paris, no?
Oh, it's 2:30 in the morning. She's keeping the lasagna warm for me as well. We have an old saying in France. Marriage is so difficult that it takes 3 people to make it work.
You don't say.
You know, I have not yet taken a horse and buggy ride in Central Park. It's a lovely evening. It's a touch of spring in the air. I must be with you tonight.
Oh, Eve. I never thought anybody would say that to me.
I cannot believe that no one has ever said that to you before.
Oh, Eve. You got the wrong lady. And on top of that, your timing is crummy.
Crummy?
Crummy. Crummy is an American word for the type of case I'm on. Anyways, thank you very much. You were so nice. Thank you for the flower and the French. And I gotta go now. Vaya con Dios.
I'm confident the lasagna will still be warm when you get home.
Oh, no, I don't like it heated up. It dries out. Cheese on top gets kind of rubbery.
Pity. Really is much better the next day.
Mrs. Mack? Who is it? Detectives Cagney and Lacey.
Leave me alone.
Open the door, ma'am, or we'll come back with a warrant. What happened to you? Tell us about the beating.
Just another scene. Got out of hand. Director kept telling the guy more and more. Wouldn't cut the camera.
Maslowski?
No. We wrapped that film yesterday. Different film, different director.
And you couldn't stop it?
I tried. But he kept telling the guy to hit me harder and saying, beautiful, beautiful.
Dear God.
It's gonna sell a lot of tickets.
Miss Mack, why did you lie to us about Tuesday?
I don't even remember Tuesday.
It was the day Norman Harris died.
I gave him CPR, but it didn't work.
So you did do something?
Didn't do any good, so we just got the hell out of there.
Was the camera rolling through all of this?
I don't know.
Well, what do you know? Can you tell us anything?
No, that's it.
Let's get out of here. Let me ask you something. Are you going to file charges against the guy who beat you up? We can get the director, too.
That'd be the last time I ever worked in this business.
You mean you're just going to let yourself get beat up and pretend like business as usual?
You want to pay my rent?
Mrs. Mack, can I ask you something? You have a young daughter. What are you going to tell her about this?
I'll tell her I got mugged.
You got worse than mugged, lady. A man assaulted you, and another man photographed it, and other men and women are going to sit in a movie theater and watch that. Well, how do you feel about that? Okay? How do you feel about this? Someday, some guy sees your film, and he thinks, that's what women really want. And he walks out of that theater, and he rapes your daughter.
You leave my daughter out of this.
She's in it, Mrs. Mack, whether you like it or not. We all are.
You could bring charges against these people. You could make a difference.
It's not going to stop it.
So, Linda, do you like being raped today?
I wasn't raped.
Really?
I was just beaten up.
You were raped, lady. You submitted to something. Against your will, you were raped.
I got paid for it, didn't I?
Lucky you. Now, what happens next time when the director doesn't yell cut and the guy beats you to death? Now your kid is an orphan. How much money is that worth to you?
Mom. Mom, what happened? Did you hurt her?
No, Jesse. They're cops. It's okay. Mommy's fine. I just had a little accident.
That is one tough lady.
I don't understand how she can live with it.
Forget it, Mary Beth.
No, I can't forget it, Christine. See, I go home every night. And no matter how bad a day it was, I think, well, at least we took a little inch of crud off the city. I mean, of course, it'll be back tomorrow. But at least we're treading water. You know what I feel like right now? I feel like the crud is winning.
Want to talk about it?
No.
You've been walking around here all night like you want to slug someone.
I'm tired, Harv. I'm gonna go to sleep.
You want me to make you feel better?
No.
Guaranteed, and we don't have to say a word.
I said no, Harv. No means no.
No doesn't always mean no.
Well, tonight it means no.
It's this porno case, huh? Yeah. Hey.
I don't want to talk about it, Harv.
Did you make a collar?
What, did you hear me, Harv? I said I don't want to talk about it. No means no.
Hey, so I get shut out here, huh?
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
Please, Harv, would you just get over your side of the bed?
Come on, a little hug, maybe. What do you say?
No, Harv, nothing. Just get over your side of the bed and go to sleep, okay?
Good night.
These witness statements from the supermarket holdup, they're all contradictory.
Yeah, I know. Let's go and re-question the employees. It's been nearly a week.
Yeah, maybe someone's memory got better.
Maybe.
Look after yourself. I'm afraid I have to say goodbye.
Oh, so soon.
I've business in Paris tomorrow.
Well, bon voyage.
Thank you. Farewell, Mary Elizabeth.
So long, Eve.
Perhaps some other time, some other place. Huh?
I don't think so, Eve, but I hope that Marie Louise kept a lasagna warm for you.
Will you please tell Herbert that he is a very lucky fellow?
I'll do that.
Herbert? dog collar.
Looks like a pretty tough customer.
Well, to use your expression, Mary Beth, maybe we got one up on the crud today.
Yeah, maybe. Let's go.
Who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky today. Maybe. Maybe some guy in that supermarket woke up this morning with a complete description of the perp.
Yeah, maybe he'll do all the paperwork for us, too.
And maybe the bad guy will go directly to jail.
That'd be nice.
Yes.
Could you please tell me where I might find Detectives Cagney and Lacey?
Maybe we're two up on the crud.
What do you say, lovely? You want to come home with me?
This is not the pound. You act like you're taking home a Christmas puppy.
You get involved personally with your case, it backfires every time.
Hey, police! Hold it! You all right?
How can you love chasing after pimps? That's grim and depressing.
Last night at 3 a.m., you didn't find me grim and depressing.
They purchased her from a baby broker. The price was $35,000, cash.
Would you throw me out of bed on a cold night?
Well, the audience seem to like it. Now we wait and see what the vultures make of it.
The critics will love it. Oh, Josh, it's such a wonderful play.
Yeah, well, so's low maintenance, man. The reviewers ate that for breakfast. I still remember some of those adjectives. There was derivative, effete, pretentious. They were some of the better ones.
I thought cops were paranoid.
Baby, back in there is Paranoia Palace. Listen, if I start drinking too much at this party and insult the investors, will you arrest me?
I'd be happy to take you into custody.
Christine Cagney, defender of the peace and public morals. We thank you. Well, here's to the good things in life.
I'll drink to that.
Oh, I'm glad that is over. I hate first nights.
Oh, come on, you're wonderful.
Oh, sweetheart. What's wrong?
Driver, stop the car.
What's the matter?
That man over there is working over that woman.
Oh, Chris, can't you turn your back on that just for one night? Yeah, but we do have a first night.
Hey! Hey, police! Hold it! You all right?
I guess you better follow them.
Look out!
I don't believe this.
Get out of the way! Stop! Look out! Hold it!
Okay, baby, be cool.
Get out! Against the car!
Be cool, babe.
Against the car!
Be cool.
Call for backup.
I'm innocent. Phone, will you?
Sure you are, sweetheart.
Baby, I'm just doing my job. I'm just doing my job.
I understand. Roughing up women is your job. Is that correct?
Come on, baby. You want some money?
I said quiet.
I got some
Better
money.
off if you keep your mouth shut.
Come on, babe.
You hear me?
To the good things in life.
Baby, I'm innocent.
I'll be with you in a minute.
What?
It's not meat.
No, it isn't meat, but it gets all...
So is it vegetable?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, grains.
Yeah.
Distillation.
Hey. Hey, how was the big night?
Started out great, and then it kind of went downhill.
I thought you were going to this big opening night party.
By the time we got there, the party was over.
What?
There was a felonious assault on 8th Avenue. I was stuck there for 2 hours booking a pimp.
Oh, Chris. Josh must have been disappointed, huh?
Actually, he was a pretty good sport about it until the guy threw up in his tuxedo.
Oh, Christine. Sorry.
Cagney,
Nice out.
Thanks.
I liked it yesterday, too.
What?
Had yourself a little sleepover date, huh?
Don't kiss office, Becky. I wore my yellow sweater yesterday, didn't I?
Cagney Lacey, end of hen party. All right, there was a baby abandoned this morning in St. Joe's. As witnesses, go talk to them. See if you can find a line on the mother.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Malloy, please call extension.
We get a lot of abandoned babies here. The mothers are young, 15, 16, no money, no jobs. You get the picture? But this woman, she was no kid. She had plenty of money, jewelry and clothes you'd die for, and cash. She posted 5 $100 bills in advance for treatment.
She brought the baby in to see the doctor?
Mm-hmm. Complaining of lethargy. Said the baby was unnaturally quiet.
I should only have that problem with my boys.
Dr. Lewis examined the baby. She's totally deaf.
Nurse Frederick.
Oh.
And at that point, the mother excused herself to go to the ladies' room, and she never came back.
And where is the little girl now?
Child welfare came for her.
Have you tried calling the mother?
The telephone number on the admitting form was the information desk of Port Authority.
Radiology, please call extension.
Thank you.
7, radiology.
The address and the work reference were fictitious as well?
The entire admitting form. The mother apparently thought the whole thing out beforehand. If the doctor had confirmed the baby was deaf, she was just going to dump her and run.
Nice, very nice. I think I've seen everything, and then I get a surprise.
Oh, are you something? Yeah, so what happens now, kid?
She'll stay here.
Oh, what is a gorgeous girl like you gonna do in a dump like this, huh?
We do the best we can, detective, with very limited funds.
No offense, man, honest, but you ought to be in pictures.
Anyway, it's up to you now. If you can find the parents, and if you can find a judge to declare them unfit, then we'll put the girl up for adoption and hopefully find a family who wants to make a home for a handicapped child.
That's a lot of ifs.
We're looking for a temporary foster home. There's one coming up in 2 weeks.
2 weeks? Oh, 2 weeks is a long time, huh? Well, what do you say, lovely? You want to come home with me?
Mary Beth, you gotta be kidding.
Now, back off, Christine. I saw her first. This is our decision, her and me. And Mrs. Rosenmeyer. Would it be all right?
It's very irregular.
Oh, come on, Mrs. Rosenmeyer. I know you got some latitude in these matters. I'm a police officer with a husband, 2 kids, solid citizen. And we're only talking 2 weeks here.
Well, I'll have to get an okay from my supervisor.
Ask the question. Be sure to tell her that I was den mother for 17 Cub Scouts for an entire year. Yeah, me.
Are you out of your mind?
What's the matter?
You got enough pulling at you. You got Harvey, you got 2 kids of your own, and you got your work.
I won't fall down on the job, Christine.
That isn't what I meant.
Well, what is the matter?
I think it's unprofessional.
Unprofessional?
Yes.
Oh. You know what? She's afraid of what the guys will say. Yeah, Coleman and his Becky. You know, the lieutenant would never do a thing like that. Now she's worried that we will look like the bleeding heart women in front of the guys. Am I right? Look at her.
You want to get off it, Mary Beth.
See?
This is not the pound. You act like you're taking home a Christmas puppy. I mean, this is a little real person here.
Thank you, Christine. I'm aware of that.
Who's going to take care of her while you're at work?
Harv. Wait till you meet Harv.
Harv. Don't you think you ought to ask him first?
Harvey loves babies. Anyway, he doesn't have anything to do until the renovation of the Greenway thing next month. She's not going to be any trouble at all, are you? No problem at all.
Sure.
Yo!
Hiya.
Hiya, baby.
It's me. Harv, don't look. I got something. Just turn around, okay? Just turn around.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Hiya, men.
Hi, Mom.
Come over here. I got a surprise for you.
In a minute, the show's almost over. What you got, an Atari? Oh, wow, she finally bought us
Get
one.
over here. Just stand by your father. Okay? Ready? Ta-ta! Ta-ta-ta-ta!
A baby. Oh, gross.
Where'd you get her?
She was abandoned by her very foolish mother, and she has graciously consented to stay with us for 2 weeks until she gets a foster home.
What's its name?
I don't know.
How about Atari?
Better for a boy. Is she something? I knew you'd love her. Say hi to Hoff, huh?
Hand her over. Come on, Hal, let me hold her. Let me hold her.
Okay, bye-bye, baby.
Oh. Mm-hmm. I couldn't explain this to Christine.
What's that?
And I miss holding a little person like this in my arms.
She's a doll, all right. Oh, boy, diaper. I get it.
Huh?
Hmm?
It's my birthday next month.
I know. Like vintage wine, better every year.
Yeah. But not any younger. I mean, we don't have forever on this, lover. If we're gonna have another baby, we're gonna have to do it pretty soon.
Want to practice? I don't know. It's a big decision. I just keep going round and round. I don't know for sure.
I guess I thought maybe that she could help us make up our mind, maybe.
Kind of like a trial run, huh?
Harvey, get the diaper.
Diaper.
You know, Petite Jolie, Jolie. Yes, they're the manufacturers. Yeah. Okay, I'll wait.
So where's the cops when you need them? I'm a taxpayer, you understand?
Josh. Oh, okay. Thank you anyway. Hi.
Do I take it from that dazed expression on your face that you have forgotten our lunch date?
Lunch? No. No, I didn't forget lunch.
Rubbish, you forgot.
I didn't forget.
What kind of a bloody twit do you think I am, Christine?
Sorry. I've been so involved in this case. The only lead I have on this baby is the clothes she was wearing.
Listen, let me take you away from all this, just for an hour.
Josh, I can't. I'm up to my bangs in this stuff.
Come on.
Why not? What are partners for?
Listen, well, I'm not gonna beat around the bush here, Lacey. Straight out, I'm telling you, I don't think it's such a hot idea.
Sir?
The baby. My 2 cents, you give it back now before you're in too deep. This is experience talking, Lacey. You get involved personally with your case, it backfires every time.
I believe I can handle it, sir.
Oh, good. Yeah, well, I thought I could, too. An assault victim, well, we dated each other for a while, and Well, look, Lacey, you think you're gonna be able to handle it the day you have to give the kid back?
It's only 2 weeks, sir. I'm set for it.
Okay. I can't tell you anything. You got all the answers. Just don't let it interfere with your work.
No, sir. Thank you, sir.
Champagne for lunch?
Mm-hmm.
What's the occasion?
Big news.
What? Oh, sorry, I'm on duty. What?
Oh, come on, Chris. You're not going to toast my big news with water, are you?
What the hell? Give me a splash. What is it? Tell me.
Well, I have just signed a deal to do a new play in London this spring.
Josh, that's fabulous. Break a leg.
Cheers, kid. So, how about it?
How about what?
Well, Tower of London, Hyde Park, long walks along the Thames.
Oh, wait a second.
No. You don't turn me down till you've heard the whole deal. You know, Chris, that since my divorce, I took a decision to keep everything, well, very light from now on, and I realize that I have been pretty hard to get close to.
Well, I'm not exactly the easiest person to get close to either.
Well, I thought this London thing would be a chance for us to get a bit closer.
You don't understand. I have a job. It's not just a job. I mean, it's my career.
Oh, sure. I wouldn't expect you to give up your job. Just come over for a couple of weeks while I'm casting.
I don't even get vacation time until July.
Yeah, but you could arrange something, couldn't you? Switch with someone?
It doesn't work that way, Josh. I've got a partner. I have a caseload. This child abandonment business is on my mind. I can't just fly off to London. I wouldn't even be very good company right now.
Chris, how much of yourself can you give to your work? I mean, don't you think you ought to pamper yourself a little bit, live a little?
You don't understand. I love my work.
How can you love chasing after pimps? In a long dress and high heels? That's grim and depressing.
Last night at 3 a.m., you didn't find me grim and depressing.
Oh, gotta get you back. Check, please.
What kind of milk are you using for the formula?
What kind? Milk from a cow.
Goat. It's closer to the composition of human milk. And you'll have fewer problems with allergies later.
Huh.
And don't neglect a good, healthy dose of liquid kelp.
Kelp.
That's processed seaweed, chock full of minerals. Not to mention how it simulates the sea-like condition of the in utero environment. And acidophilus for the promotion of friendly flora and to encourage elimination.
Oh, this baby doesn't need that kind of encouragement. Ask Harv. I'm sorry, Paul. I gotta go. So, how was lunch?
Why is nothing ever easy?
Now, don't sit down. We gotta go. I found the store. What do you mean?
Josh Richards is the most exciting man I've ever met in my entire life.
That's a problem?
He thinks my work is grim and depressing.
So, in addition to being exciting, he's also observant. We'll talk in the car.
Is it not the most precious? All handwork. Look, even the buttonholes.
Yeah, it's very nice. Do you remember who purchased this?
Yes, the mother. She adored this particular combination. In fact, it happens to be a favorite of mine, too. She bought everything in those colors for her little one.
You having the dress on her?
I'll check.
This is cute. Look at this. Is this adorable?
Oh,
Huh?
yeah. Oh, my niece would look great in this. Huh? Check it out.
Nice. There's no price tags on anything.
Oh, I have it.
Thank you. Mrs. Scott Jameson.
Mm-hmm.
I'll check the address.
These are cute here. How much are these here?
Yeah.
Oh, $24.
For 6.
For one.
Credit card number 707
Uh-huh.
552
Well, this kid has got enough of these for now.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Park Avenue.
That figures. Here we go.
$200 for its what? A $24. Micah's entire layout did not cost $224.
Michael got the better deal.
And you remember to warm up the formula. Harvey. Oh, come on here, Harv. I'm not treating you like a bimbo. Of course you remember. Yeah, and Harv, kelp, liquid kelp. K-E-L-P. Well, I don't know, Harv. A health food store. Yeah, okay. Okay. And kiss that little lovely for me. Yeah, bye.
Yes, Mr. Cotman.
I thought you ladies would be delighted to know that my clients, the Jamesons, are willing to cooperate with you 100%.
Well, how thoughtful of them. Between you and me, sir, we don't need their cooperation to make this charge stick.
There's no child abandonment here. The baby that was left in the custody of St. Joseph's Hospital is not my client's child.
What are you trying to do, Mr. Cotman?
I'm trying to be perfectly candid. Do you ladies have any idea how difficult it is to adopt a white, healthy infant in this city?
Yeah, we heard.
The Jamesons had been trying to adopt for nearly 3 years, and finally they found a source. They were promised a perfect child and accordingly took delivery. However, after several months, they found her to be defective.
Deaf, Mr. Cotman. The only thing wrong with that baby is she can't hear. Otherwise, she's perfect.
My clients don't regard deafness as a slight imperfection.
So they dumped her.
Mrs. Jameson left her in the custody of a hospital where she would be perfectly safe.
How kind of her.
I don't know why you're wasting our time here. We still got abandonment.
An adopted child is no different than a natural child.
You don't understand. They never legally adopted the child. As I've been trying to tell you, it is quite difficult to effectuate a certain type of adoption in this city.
So where did this baby come from?
They purchased her from a baby broker. The price was $35,000, cash. Now, can we come to some sort of accommodation?
I don't understand, sir. We got the name of the baby broker. We got those people. What, Jamesons, they're going to cooperate. So why can't we make the collar?
I checked this with the DA's office, and they're not entirely happy with the case.
How much more do they want from us?
They want us to find the natural parents of a baby that the broker has placed. Then, you see, we get a nice criminal solicitation in addition to the social services law violation.
I don't
I love all the
understand,
legal
sir.
smoke screens.
Hey, look, come on. I don't make the laws, so don't give me a hard time. Besides, I happen to agree with the DA's office. So we got a meeting with an assistant DA. 9 a.m., the three of us, tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah. And you can give her a hard time instead of me.
I can't go tomorrow.
Why not?
Tomorrow's supposed to be my day off. Josh rented a car and we were going to go up to this inn. What am I going to tell him?
Tell him you have to work.
That'll go over real big. You know how understanding he is about my work.
Christine?
What?
I hate to discourage you about a man, but maybe he's the wrong one for you.
Maybe everyone's the wrong one for me. Well, it must be me. I mean, if enough people tell you you're drunk, lie down. You gotta make compromises to be with a man, Mary Beth. I'm telling you, a lot of compromises. God, I hate compromises.
Delbert P. Jarvis, attorney at law. We've been trying to build a case against him for the past 6 months now.
Well, the Jamesons said they testify in court that they purchased a baby from him for $35,000.
Well, and a jury might not convict on that. What I want is for him to solicit a mother to abandon her baby. We did have a 16-year-old in Queens who was willing to testify, but...
Why do you say did have?
She disappeared off the face of the earth. Oh, we can't prove anything, but I think Jarvis either paid her off, frightened her away, or who knows.
Nice fellow we got here.
Jarvis's M.O. is to solicit indigent pregnant women at the welfare office.
Well, where do we come in?
I'd like you to assign a female officer to stand there. Pat it out to look pregnant, wait to be solicited. But we have to be very careful about entrapment here. Let him make the first move.
Could we get Rita Higuero?
Why not?
A blonde officer would be better.
Huh?
Blonde, blue-eyed babies go for the most money on the baby farms.
I'm not wearing any of those maternity dresses with the bows on them.
I'll send along a male detective as backup. A husband.
You have a blonde detective.
Oh, yeah.
Does he have to be blonde?
How's my blushing bride?
Going home.
Sounds good to me.
Where are you going, Miss Becky?
Home with the little woman. I mean, you're supposed to be pregnant tomorrow, so I thought...
See, that's your problem, Victor. Thinking.
Oh, you're back. There you go. Ah, gorgeous. Okay.
Oh, I don't know what to eat. I feel like such a blimp.
You look spectacular. Doesn't she look spectacular, huh?
You look wonderful, Cindy.
I'm 3 pounds heavier than I should be.
So order the fish. It's great here. We'll order it dry, okay?
Oh, why not? It's just so confusing which diet to be on these days. I mean, first they tell you to forget about the carbs and to just eat protein.
Remember the water maven? The worst. I mean, nothing but meat and so much water, your kidneys were floating.
Now they're telling you that meat's going to raise your cholesterol.
What about cellulite? I mean, you should see these little orange rindy thighs.
Come on, Cindy. Last time I saw that glorious bod of yours, there was not an ounce of cellulite. Well, hang on there a minute. Before you get out the dueling pistol, Si, remember that your lady love did appear in the buff for me in that little avant-garde play we did off-Broadway a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not jealous. I mean, do I look jealous, do I?
I love it when you do your caveman number sign.
Oh, come on. Oh, have you decided?
I don't know. I'm not real hungry.
Oh, don't fast. I mean, sure, you'll lose it quick, but you'll gain it back just as quickly, believe me.
I'm not dieting.
You're lucky. You don't have to be in front of the camera. You know, it adds 10 pounds. When I went out to the coast to do that picture with Clint, I asked for fresh salads in my dressing room. Well, you should have heard the uproar. I mean, you would have thought that I'd asked for my picture above the title. Every suit in the studio descends on me with cost sheets telling me that the picture had gone over budget. I mean, we're talking about a salad here. A little itsy-bitsy salad.
Why couldn't you just relax and enjoy yourself?
Was I rude?
You hardly said a thing all night.
Well, I'm sorry, but dieting is not my favorite topic of conversation. That woman babbled on for 45 minutes. It was the most exciting thing in the world to her.
You don't really like those sort of people, do you?
Frankly, I find them very full of themselves and somewhat superficial.
Yeah, well, they're not as fascinating as cops.
Well, at least cops talk about real things.
Oh, yeah, sure. Pimps and junkies and drug dealers. I mean, that is a barrel of laughs.
Josh, I'm sorry, but I find it very difficult to deal with the things that I deal with every day and spend my entire evening totally consumed with her cellulite.
Chris, you can't live in the gutter just because you work there.
What's that supposed to mean?
Stop taking it home with you.
Where in the hell am I supposed to leave it?
What I'm trying to say...
Wait a minute. I see people who eat dog food because they can't afford a decent meal, and this bimbo's worried about taking off 3 lousy pounds?
Different people live in different worlds. It is possible to move from one to t'other.
No, how about selling children, huh? And she is worried about having a salad delivered to her dressing room. Let me tell you something, pal. The next time somebody steals your bloody sports car, call an actress.
Yeah, well, it just might.
Wait a minute. Where are you going? I thought you were going to spend the night.
Yeah, well, under the circumstances, there doesn't seem to be a lot of point
What
in...
circumstances? I'm angry. I am not dead.
Not tonight.
Got a headache?
Oh, well, I guess I'm just not in the mood.
Josh, this just isn't going to work for you and me, is it?
Well, frankly, I don't find you all that appealing when you behave this way.
Really? Well, isn't that terrific? Good night.
It must be tough to do, though, with both parents working, huh? But you and Claudia are doing just fine, right?
I wouldn't go that far.
What do you do with Lauren? Daycare?
Claudia's mother. Daycare, babysitting. It's the logistics that kill you.
That bad, huh?
You know the worst part?
What?
The only one who knows for sure if it's working out is Lauren, and she's too little to tell us.
Oh, don't worry. She's 13. You'll hear from her. Constantly.
Thank you.
Most important thing you can do for your kid is not to let him walk too early.
Beg your pardon?
Well, premature homolateral movement can cause severe switching in the cerebral hemispheres. You know, right brain, left brain. See that? His parents probably encouraged him to walk too soon. Ah, here comes mine, pot kettle now.
How'd it go?
Nothing. Hey, you, Josie.
So?
We stood in line for 6 hours now, one bite. I'll tell you, my feet are killing me.
Hey, Lacey, you got one terrific partner there. You want to trade? I'll give you Petrie and 2 draft choices. What do you say?
No, thank you, Victor. Six hours with this Becky. You must have had yourself a time.
Oh, he's not so bad. Actually, he's a good cop. Believe it or not, he thinks I'm very interesting. You had a fight with Josh. We just came to an understanding.
Yeah, what kind of an understanding?
He thinks actresses are more his type.
Oh.
Thanks, it feels so good.
Sorry, Chris.
Hey, I don't care. It's not a big loss.
Harvey's making his famous pot roast tonight. You want to come join us?
Nah, I think I'll go home and get to bed early.
Yeah, you look a little tired.
Yeah? Pregnancy will do that to you.
Mary Beth?
Hiya, gorgeous.
Hiya, baby. Oh.
Where's Jeannie?
Jeannie? She's sleeping. I thought you said we weren't gonna name her. Make it too hard when we have to give her up, yeah.
It's just today, I thought about her as Jeannie. You know, Jeannie with the light brown hair, like that song. Let's adopt her, Harv. Let's adopt her.
I thought we were babysitting for 2 weeks here.
Has she been a problem? She hasn't been any
Slow
problem at
down,
all,
Mary
has she?
Beth. Not for you, maybe, but what happens when I have to start work on this Greenway remodel? I won't be here to take care of her.
We did it before, Harv. We did it twice.
No. My mother did it twice. She starts a new job next week.
So we get daycare. We get a babysitter. How else does every other family in America manage?
Mary Beth, she's going to need special attention. The deafness. It's not a problem now, but later.
The schools, Harv. The special school. We'll all learn sign language. Oh, you don't want to do it?
Beth, listen to me. She's a doll, and I am crazy about her. But you and me, we are finally getting to a stage in our lives. The boys will be self-sufficient soon. I mean, we'll be able to go places. We can do things.
If you don't want to do it, there's nothing more to be said. It's got to be a two-way decision.
Did you hear me say no?
She knows we're talking about her.
Jeannie.
Yeah.
Nice name.
Honey, either way, I love you. Okay, all right. We're coming. Harvey, think it over. 18 more years, she'll be out of the house.
What are you two, just gonna stand in line all day?
I'll handle this, honey.
You haven't completed these forms properly.
Oh, yeah? Sorry. It's kind of new for us. It's embarrassing. I've never been out of work before.
This isn't right, Joe. Let's get out of here, please.
No need for the missus to have false pride. Not in her condition.
Yeah.
Look, it's possible I can help you out. Really help you out. None of this Mickey Mouse government stuff. This guy's a lawyer. Helps people like you get back on their feet. I'll call him, tell him you're on your way over there.
Thank you very much.
How much do you need?
I thought you said that there was trouble in lending money.
I've also been known to say that it's much greater to give than to receive, providing both sides do some giving. There are a lot of fine people in this city, Joe. Rich, generous people. These folks have everything. Save for one thing. They don't have children. Legal heirs to their fortunes. And they're grieving for it. Little mother, you have something growing in your belly that these generous folks would pay dearly to possess.
My baby?
I know that may sound a little hard, but think of that child of yours growing up in a beautiful house with toys, clothes, college, computers. Think of yourselves now. You're young. You will have other children. This time, why, you'll have a $15,000 nest egg to see to the future.
You're saying you'll buy our baby for $15,000?
Cash. Plus all hospital and incidental expenses.
Did you get it?
Loud and clear.
Mr. Jarvis, you have the right to remain silent. If you give up the right to remain silent, anything you say can and will be held against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney and to have the attorney present during questioning.
Well, you should have seen Cagney, Lieutenant. She was great. Wide-eyed, sweet as pie. Then all of a sudden, bam! Okay, Buster, you're under arrest. I thought Jarvis was gonna lose it right there.
Come on, Victor. It was no big deal.
Well, I think you should get credit when you deserve credit.
Victor, enough already.
Well, the assistant DA is happy now. She's filing on Jarvis for conspiracy, child selling, and criminal solicitation. They got the one welfare clerk, and they got an investigation going to see if they find any others.
What about the parents?
Child abandonment and child endangering, we're bringing them both in.
Did you get the file on Jeannie?
Yes.
May I see it? Aunt Jessup. You're gonna arrest her?
Yeah.
I'll bring her in.
No, Lacey. The uniforms are making the collars.
Please, sir, I'd like to bring her in.
Lacey. You can forget it.
So what do you think? Should I cut a little more off the top?
Harvey and I decided we're gonna try to adopt her.
Oh, yeah? Well, that's wonderful.
Lieutenant should have let me be the one to bring the mother in.
For what? So you can yell at her and threaten her?
I want to see her.
Mary Beth, you don't want to see her. It's only gonna make you feel bad.
I'm never gonna have any peace with this here. I don't understand it.
There's nothing to understand. Some people you can't understand, Mary Beth. Now go home. You don't want to be here when they bring her in.
No, I'm staying here.
You're going out of your way to cause yourself pain, my friend.
No. Someday Jeannie's gonna ask me, and I'm gonna have something to say.
No way. You keep that on my tab. I ask you out, you're my guest. Here's to fighting crime and pursuing justice. And if you don't know it, I'll hum a few bars. Isn't that good? You having fun?
I tell you the truth, I'm not used to girls taking me out on dates, especially not you. But I was surprised when you asked me out.
Is that good surprised or bad surprised?
What do you think?
I don't know what I think. I'm asking you. How do I know? You might find me grim and depressing and unappealing.
That's a joke, right?
I never joke, Victor. Let me ask you something. What do you really think of me?
Is this serious? Well, I think you're really a looker. I think you're funny. I think you're smart. And I think you're a good cop. Enough?
More.
You're scintillating, captivating, exciting, enchanting.
Okay. Now for the acid test. Are you ready? This is the question. Would you throw me out of bed on a cold night?
That is the joke, right?
It was supposed to be a come-on.
Oh, I get it. I say yes and you laugh in my face, right?
Victor, do you want me or not? I mean, we are two consenting adults, so which is it? Your place or mine?
You got hurt feelings. Or something. You don't want me. Not tonight, at least. I'm gonna hate myself in the morning.
I'm Detective Lacey, Mrs. Jessup. They tell you you don't have to talk to me. I just wanted you to know that my husband and I have been taking care of your daughter.
I never really saw her, you know. They took her away in the delivery room. What does she look like?
Pretty. She's pretty. She's got big blue eyes, but I think they'll go brown. And a healthy appetite. Mrs. Jessup, did they tell you in the hospital that she's deaf?
I don't care. I want her back.
You gave her away, Mrs. Jessup. You sold her.
We were living in 2 rooms without heat. I already had 2 children. They gave me money.
Yeah, $15,000. You know, you should have hung around for the markup. When they sold her again, it was $35,000.
Shut up. I didn't really know her yet. Can't you understand that? She was just something inside of me. I want her back.
That's for a court to decide.
She's my baby.
What are you going to do next time you can't make rent?
You're not going to get her, you know.
I don't...
The courts always decide in favor of the natural mother.
Maybe.
She's mine. My Sarah.
Sarah?
That's the name that I gave her when I was carrying her. It's a pretty name, isn't it?
Yes, a very pretty name. Hey, lady. She needs more from you than a name. I hope to God she gets it. Yeah. It's Chris. Hiya. Thanks for coming.
Sure.
Sit down. Where's Harvey? Oh, he's getting her dressed. We got her a sweet outfit.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So why don't you keep her till the trial's over?
Oh, the Bureau wants her in a foster home.
So fight them.
No.
Why not?
Mother is not so bad. I mean, you know, it's easy to judge, Chris. It's easy to judge. But how do I know what I would have done?
I know what you'd do. You'd eat dog food if you had to.
The court's not going to give it to me. I mean, the preference is the natural mother.
Well, you said she's okay, though, huh? The mother.
Yeah?
And you can keep an eye on her.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
You and Harvey really ought to have one of your own the old-fashioned way, you know it?
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Christine, I feel so sad.
Sorry, Mary Beth.
Mrs. Rottenmeier. What, Rosenmeier? Oh, come on in.
Officer Lacey.
Yeah, do you remember Officer Cagney? Harv, Mrs. Rosenmeier's here.
Well, she looks like she's been very well taken care of. We really appreciate that.
So long, kid. Of all the gin joints in the world, you had to walk into this one. I'll be thinking about you, Jeannie.
Poor little thing, she can't hear a word you say.
That's what you think.
Bye, funny face.
Oh. There you go. And
bye.
Thank you. Have a beautiful life, Sarah.
Want a beer? Okay.